We can say hello to the internet. Hello, internet.
Hey.
Hey everyone, welcome to another session of Dales, and we are in Shadowdale, having made our circular route back all the way from Battledale through Mistledale, and we've covered a lot of area geographically. Had some pretty big winds, pretty big impact upon the area. Driven the Dark Elves out of Battledale, at least the subterranean ones, and taking our force now back full circle towards Daggerdale, although we have stopped here in the neighbouring town of Shadowdale, some 50 miles away. Shadowdale is significant at the best at any time due to its vast number of powerful individuals, high-level retired adventurers, wizards and bards and rangers. But right now, its most famous resident, Elminster, has disappeared. Our divinations have suggested that he is trapped within his own tower, and the fact that the tower is constantly lighting up with strange illuminations, constantly got bizarre sounds going on. The whole thing seems to be ready to explode, and this magnificent light show is visible from many miles away. But here within the vicinity of Shadowdale itself, people are starting to just take it in their stride. It's been going on for several days now. And while it unsettles every person, they've become accustomed to it booming and flashing and smelling the strange ways it does. So here we are in Shadowdale. We've just made some purchases at a store, the Dwarven Forge, where they manufacture and sell a range of magical items. But time is in our hands. We've got our small army of 50 or 60 soldiers. They're not particularly welcome here in Shadowdale. Their poor reputation precedes them, and people give them strong and harsh judgments based on their past crimes, which are quite real. So perhaps the malice and apprehension is well justified. In any case, you probably won't want to stay here for too long because your people aren't welcome. There's no accommodation for them either. And it makes people nervous. They're openly talking about the possibility that this could be all some Zentarum ruse, where the population of 500 is overrun by 50 soldiers by letting their guard down with Elminster absent. So there are some conspirators who think that this is all the work of the Zentarum, in spite of all the good work that you've done for the local Dales. Most people, however, can see it for what it is. A brief stopover before you head back either to Dagger Falls or possibly north to Voonla, a mirror town to Shadowdale, a dark mirror, which is heavily influenced by the Zentarum, but has a lot of the same economic and cultural similarities. So there's plenty that you can do here, a lot of people that you can talk to, get your bearings and make some decisions for the future. But when it comes time to investigate Elminster's Tower, if that's what you choose to do, then you'll probably want to go and speak to Dove, Falconhand and Storm Silverhand, two of the Seven Sisters, two of the founding members of the Knights of Mithranor, and two of the most famous heroes anywhere in the world.
Wasn't this a place that the zombies attacked?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I feel like didn't relations with the Iron Vultures, like, they kind of started to accept them because they spent like a whole day fighting off a horde alongside
part of
them.
a week.
Yeah.
It's helped. It has helped, yeah. But old habits die hard, and they're not openly hostile, and the number of people that are openly belligerent is pretty low. But in a community this size, it's impossible not to find people who are quite forward about their open dislike for these individuals.
Okay.
Maybe it was all part of the Zentarum to have a ruse of zombies, and conspiracies. They're out of control.
Just like the real world.
I was about to say, sounds familiar.
Okay. In terms of our army and the massive supply of food and spoils of war that we have, I say we just send them along the river here. I mean, we've got some business here, but we'll just take our horses and let the army return to the castle.
Yeah. I'd say send them to the castle, and then once they arrive, send a scout or a messenger back with a report of what's been going on in our absence.
It shouldn't be too difficult, and think we can also send a runner to Dagger Falls to essentially take care of the turning trade value items into gold. We're getting somewhere
Also-
between 70 to 90% of the value on most of this stuff. So
Yep. Also,
your cloak.
turn in. Yep. The stuff to make the cloak.
Oh yeah, that too. Shoot, do we want to do that before we go to Elminster's Tower? I mean, it's right here on one hand. On the other hand, we can just go do all that stuff beforehand, right?
That's up
So you
to
had
you
a
guys.
little bit of enchanting that you wanted to take care of.
Would you be able to do it here?
No.
Is
in Dagger Falls.
Is the supplies like at Dagger Falls?
The
Is that
supply.
fine?
The supplies are here, or the supplies are here, but the person who can make it without screwing it up is in Dagger Falls.
Okay.
It's not. This is druidic magic, not Devi's sort of shit.
Yeah,
You do
I
rune
guess.
magic, but like
I do
this
rune
feels
magic.
like.
I do leatherworking. Like,
Oh.
I think we'd be fine to do Elminster's Tower without it, because there is a lot of other bodies that will make up for not having it, if you know what I mean.
Famous last words, baby.
I'll be okay.
Well, it's
All
like
right.
a cloak versus all the abilities that the party as a whole has, is what I mean.
Fair enough. You make a convincing argument, and honestly, I'm kind of in agreement with that. That there's a problem that needs being addressed. Obviously, we'll take care of what we can take care of here, but yeah, I say we go and address that as soon as possible. With all the money that we have, we could potentially spend $5,000 to pick up the that is the headband of dark vision.
Yeah.
You please, you
I
can see in the dark.
Yeah, right. I think that might be worthwhile, but I don't want to press it too hard because I want it really bad.
I want it for Flint.
I want it for Flint.
Fair enough. How could I argue with this?
I mean, you could, but
Oh, no, don't give me more magic items.
Does Edwin and Nubel have any argument with it?
Oh no, I'm good with that.
I mean, Noble wants to be friends, so he'll agree.
So drop
They're also part.
5K and you have dark vision now. Congratulations.
Right. Level 10, I got it, baby. I'm living without the human tax.
feels good,
It's a
doesn't it?
big day. My barbarian hit level 5 last week, so I get to attack twice, and now I get to avoid darkness. Happiest week of my life. Wait, that's sad.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, and I can turn you greatly invisible.
You can turn yourself greatly invisible too.
Yeah.
Which you remember fighting that asshole drow fucker who was running around invisible throwing spells?
Yeah.
That can be you.
I can do that too.
I'm proud of you.
We're all
Wait,
proud
can
of
you
you.
turn invisible?
Yes, I can. Wait, where was it?
See, I didn't think that was on the ranger list.
No, it's a It's one of the new Tasha's features.
Oh, that's interesting.
Just you're invisible until the start of your next round as a bonus action.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
it's like the Furbolg ability.
Just making
Yeah.
Gloomstalker even more like obsolete now.
It's
Well,
definitely not obsolete. It's just
yeah.
less. It feels less like you have to play it whenever you play a ranger.
That's
It's so
more
good.
what it is. Like it used to be, you almost had to play Gloomstalker.
Yeah, it's one of those unfortunate cases where just one subclass is like, oh, duh, why would I play any other ones?
Gloomstalker was really fun though. I really liked when I was playing Aladar.
It's really powerful. I've played one and it's highly effective. And the fact that other rangers don't generally get, at least the player's handbook ones, don't get a spell list kind of blows my mind. Because, like, when you only have, what, like, between, like, 2 and 9 known spells, just 1 or 2 more will make a big difference. But
Yeah.
we're getting us way off track here now. So $5,000 for that. Is there any other items that we want to pick up? We can have someone go fetch the cloak.
I think
Horseback would be there and back in short order.
I think we can send the army, and then the messenger comes back with the, well, I guess not necessarily an army, but messenger comes back with the cloak and status report, basically.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, this is the advantage of having, the whole fuck ton of horses and like about 1,000 dudes at our disposal. I don't
And
need
it's
to
going to be
physically go
even
to
better.
Dagger Falls. I can just have them tell me all the stuff. Bring me my poncho.
And we're eventually going to get to the point. It's like, hey, this shit's going down in like Shadowdale. Okay, this regiment is going to go there, and we're going this way. They
Yep,
just deal
exactly.
with shit for us.
So, yeah, a couple hours, and I'm hoping we can get a status report with a runner.
You want a status report from Dagger Falls? It's 50 miles away.
Oh, no, the castle. 50
Oh,
miles.
right.
Still like 25 miles.
Still,
I don't
yeah,
know
still
if that's going to be in a day.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to take a day to get there and back, unless we have some winged alternative.
Ugh, we'll get there.
Eventually.
Someday. All right, yeah. Well, we'll get a report and our extra stuff in the morning then. In the meantime, then, pick up that bit from the forge. Anything else that we want to do here yet? Or are we good to move forward with the Elminster Tower?
I think we're
I'm
good.
good to go.
I'm good to go.
Alrighty, let's do it.
Is that his tower there?
It's over here on the far end of town. That's where the
Okay.
griffins are roofing. What you're clicking on, that's the way the griffins roost.
Okay.
Right in the middle of town, more or less. Okay. So yeah, you head through the little village, and people tip their hats as they bring their sheep in and parade their present their wares. Just a moment.
We've already
Okay.
sent the
Yep.
soldiers, right?
They are
Yep.
on
You
their
sent
way.
a runner.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah. No worries. Okay, so the two sisters are wandering around, and you track them down. They're part of the community, so it's not hard to find them in a small village like this. Both of them seem to be concerned. One of them much more friendly than the other. The silver-haired Storm, shorter than her sister, is quite jovial, whereas Dove tends to be very, very stern. No nonsense. Um, so how do you begin this conversation?
Hello.
Slap my hands
Hi.
together. Say, so, how are we getting in the tower? You tried knocking?
I'll inquire if the trouble is from the book we sold Elminster.
Ooh.
They don't seem to understand the reference. But we don't know exactly how to get in. No one's actually tried it. That's you'll be the first to give it any sort of attempt.
Oh. Well then, stand back, everybody.
Yeah.
Hold up, do we know what caused it? Like what happened beforehand?
Nobody really knows, her taller sister answers. Elminster is known to disappear in his tower for days at an end, and nobody is particularly fussed. Um, the lights and the sounds and the smells are somewhat routine, if continual and persistent at the moment, and perhaps a little more unsettling than normal. Yet he has a librarian, a secretary, someone who trusts very much, and neither has he seen been coming and going. So it's not. It may be that Elminster is in there, but his own librarian, his own squire, might be subjected to this situation as well, um, making the situation far more troublesome, far more concerning. Um, but what has caused this, we can only guess.
Broadly, I'm gonna say magic.
Magic seizure.
I'm gonna-
Debbie's gonna kind of put her fingers to the sides of her temples, like, oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna go knock.
All right.
I'm gonna go rap on the door 3 times. You in there,
It's
old
all right.
man?
Yeah, you knock on the door. It seems solid enough. There's no answer, but the booms and the flashes continue to emanate from higher up in the tower. It's not
Do
a
we?
particularly big tower, by the way. It's 60 feet tall at most.
Is
Windows?
No windows that you can. There are windows, but they have heavy curtains, and so you can't see in. I'll find a picture of Elminster's tower. It's because it's quite distinct and quite simple too.
Do they know all the access points to the tower?
Yeah, it just through the front door is basically the only one.
There's no way at the top.
That's probably like a
Magic
interesting.
ones. Yeah, yeah. Like as often as not, he simply the dimension doors or Misty steps out of there. It's not a very big place. Yeah, it's in terms of Grand Wizard's towers, it's simple and basic and small and homely.
Yeah, so I ritual cast detect magic
The whole
before we
thing
open the door.
just about blinds you. There's a chaotic cacophony and rainbow of magic coming from the tower itself. Illusions and conjurations and transmutations and enchantments. They're just yeah, it's like an explosion of colors.
Specifically the door. Anything seem amiss, like different on the door, or is it still
Door is
just like?
The door is transmuted and conjured, so it's got transmutation, conjuration, abjuration. At least it's not an illusion.
Door is here.
All right, I'm gonna put my kind of get behind my shield and like, okay, open it.
Now I'm gonna do this fancy thing I learned how to do before I open this door. I'm gonna dodge. I thought about casting Blade Ward, but I'm gonna dodge. And I'm gonna try to just jiggle the handle.
Yeah, the door gives and opens without any further problem, and you open into a peaceful, if chaotic scene. It's a library, and I'm not sure if any of you have actually been here before, but you normally open up into into a private library. It's the sort of library where you might have a coffee with a friend and sit down beside the fireplace and bring your small dog, and it's like that. It's um, a semi-public place since he gets so many damn visitors that this reception area is also something of a lounge and a lobby. And the books are going all over the place. Some of them have had their covers ripped off and their pages ripped out. Some of them have spines that are exposed. Vases have fallen over, and dying flowers have scattered across the floor. Um, it's a pretty chaotic scene, but aside from the disarray, it's relatively mundane. There is a spiral staircase towards the rear of the building, but it's large enough that it takes up a good chunk of the internal superstructure. The reception, which should be attended by the scribe that was mentioned earlier, is empty. Their quill thrown aside, the inks spilled across the registration papers. Um, so on one hand, it's startlingly normal, and on the other hand, it's disturbingly disturbed.
Could I use the rod of alertness to cast detect good and evil?
Excellent, excellent. You search around. Detect Good and Evil reveals only fiends, undead, and
Yeah, aberration,
celestials.
celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet, as well
Oh, does all those.
as if there's a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
Okay. There's no consecration. There's no desecration. There are a few aberrations, and those aberrations are in the shape of certain objects, like a chair, a windowsill, a plate. So 3 of them.
I think we're dealing with some sort of shape changes in here.
Flint's gonna just kind of subtly draw that long sword. Just like, actually, he's gonna switch to the bow and just be like, point him out to me.
And I will point out, what was it, the windowsill. What were the 3 items again?
A windowsill, a chair, and a plate.
Should I try to dispel magic them?
Well, suppose it might be rude just shooting willy-nilly in a wizard's house. For all I know, that might be his servants.
True.
You really
Friends?
think that plate's evil?
Well, it's what'd you
It's
call it?
definitely not natural. They're aberrations of some sort.
Can I roll insight on the plate to check if it is evil?
Yeah, like so it's a silver plate. It's got nice filigree on the side. It's up with a few other plates. Or it used to be. It's now been cast onto the ground, but it's still with the other plates. It's just that they're a broken mess. Yeah, sure. Do you interact with the plate in any way?
Yes, he'll pick it up and put it on the table.
Oh,
You pick up the plate, and by the time you've carried it over the table and are about to put it down, a mouth has formed in the middle of the plate. A many fanged mouth, and it kind of goos or coos or burbles at you.
Fucking alive.
I'll feed it a good berry.
All right. It munches on the good berry quite carefully and gives a little bit of a burp and licks its lips with a tongue that it manufactures itself. It seems relatively content, although only in the sense that it wants more good berries.
Hey, guys, I fed the plate a good berry.
Yeah, Debbie has
The
no clue.
fuck
what
is
thing
that?
It's a plate, you told me.
It talks?
Hello, plate, do you speak?
Gobble, gobble, blubber, blubber.
I'll give it another
Poo,
good
poo.
berry.
It gobbles it down. It licks its lips again. A couple of eyes appear on the plate and start looking around. Maybe about 8 eyes.
Ooh.
I'm gonna point a dagger at it and ask, "What did you see here?" I'm gonna interrogate the plate. I'll grab another plate and I'm gonna threaten to smash it.
We need to get a torch and like have it over its head, just like.
No, there are lots of valuable books here, but I will absolutely break this goddamn plate if it doesn't tell me exactly what it did with Elminster.
And you can make an intimidate check at disadvantage as you attempt to put a plate into its place.
What did you do?
Listen,
I thought
I
it went to the left of the salad fork. That's the plate's place.
Tell us what we
Oh,
want to know, or the
fuck.
window still gets it.
Exactly. Yeah, this is what's going on here. Oh, I'm not even
You-
proficient.
You get the chair and you put the
Hey,
chair
but
in
you
a
get a
small room
16.
underneath a light.
Yeah.
I'm just like grabbing a random person, putting a dagger to their neck, and be like, I don't care if you kill them.
We have someone
Uh,
playing good cop, bad cop. Nibbles good cop. Ross just starts burning shit.
No, listen, no, no.
I'm not saying right now. It's a joke. Come down.
No, it
Isn't
happened
like someone like
eventually,
feeding
don't
like a
Ross?
dog and someone comes and like tries to kick it?
it's a bit like that. So you threaten to smash the plate. It's silverware, so it's probably going to bend rather than smash anyway. But that's beside the point. The plate produces an eye on a stalk so that it can watch you more closely.
It's fucking weird, man. Do
I'd
would
say
anyone
put
know
it
what it
back.
is?
You said it was something, didn't you? Like a type of something, didn't you?
It's an aberration. It's not natural. But I don't know what it is beyond that.
Does anyone
Whiz
speak
biz.
aberrationese?
Apparitionese.
I couldn't tell you.
Hmm.
I don't.
Well, listen, this has been fascinating and all, but if it doesn't speak, I don't really think it can help us.
And if it's not hostile, you don't really need to worry about it.
Uh, set the plate down. Guess let's go upstairs then, huh? Or better yet, does the receptionist have like a desk?
Yeah. It's a desk with an area underneath it. It's like a modern office. A couple of drawers, some bit of leg room. Yeah, like that.
I suppose they
Huh.
have like a ledger or something that
Yeah,
keeps up with
Guest
events.
book.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Ledgers and guest books both. Yeah.
see the last time who and the last time anyone came in, kind of thing, and like if there's any notes that the guys made, the receptionist.
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation roll as you look around through the mess to try to find what you're looking for. Yeah,
Oh,
brilliant. So all of the
very
files that you're
nice.
looking for, you find immediately. 22 days. It's been 22 days since anybody went in or out of this building. Um, the last registered entry is the scribe himself coming in, whose name I think is Lasso, something like that. And yeah, he came in and registered for work. He made some recordings that indicate that Elminster had not appeared yet. Like for example, he has not. Um, there's no register of him having his breakfast or appearing or talking to anyone. So it looks like a relatively normal day, if a day that has no visitors. And after that, there's simply no entries. That's the logbook. You might find other pieces, things that are relevant that you know like you talked about looking at a ledger. Ledgers are more to do with accountancy, and it doesn't look like there's been any particular expenditure recent that is out of place. Eggs and chicken and flour and biscuits, and if you scroll down far enough, you'll see an item listed under independent artistic acquisitions. Death
Mhm.
Pussy.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was more wondering if like they received an item that could have been causing everything.
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with Elminster, you know? He might have done something on his own, though. That or
There's nothing in
Yeah.
the logs, yeah, that would indicate like there's no extra dimensional spaces or wands of chaos or like extreme fragile handle with care demon armor. Yeah, such things either aren't listed or they were never delivered in the first place.
Oh,
So it's something that definitely wasn't planned.
you said
I
that
mean-
the scribe writes his name when he comes into work. Yes.
Clocks in,
Yeah.
as it were.
Yeah, that's right.
Does he say when Elminster comes down for breakfast?
That
No.
data is there, yeah, and he didn't come down that particular day at all.
I'm saying, does he on every other day? Does he come down for the breakfast?
It's irregular, but there is like a track of times when meals are had, and that is erratic at best, but non-existent on the day of disappearance.
If it was more consistent, we could say this was the time he disappeared. Couldn't we?
I don't know if that's important, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
we just know 22
ago.
days. Yeah, no one left 22 days ago, and no one
wrote it
came.
down,
Decided.
anyway.
Yeah.
The last
at
entry
the
is
desk,
the scribe coming to work, which was early in the morning at about 7:30 or 8.
Is
there
there?
evidence of someone standing up or knocking something over, leaving in a hurry, pages knocked onto the ground, etc.? Signs of struggle, maybe?
The entire place is a chaotic mess. There's
Yeah.
no place that didn't have struggle.
To
Okay.
where the person was sitting, if I sit down in the chair and try to do my best Sherlock Holmes impression, light up my pipe here,
Yeah, okay.
does it essentially look like where the scribe was, that there was an event that occurred, or is it
Sure.
just random chaos?
Well, you have to pick up the chair in the first place, so you do, and you sit it down and pull out your pipe. Make an insight check. Yeah, you can have advantage since you've got plenty of Watsons to bounce your ideas off. Not that you need them.
Is that the weird chair?
Who's hoping it's not?
You're about to get your ass ate.
Jokes
No,
on
I'm
you.
not going to comment on that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, not gonna talk about that.
I made it for you.
Flinch
Well,
just
thank you, appreciate
kink
it.
shaming.
Yeah, exactly.
The chair purrs when you sit.
It might do. So you look around the room, and the random chaos element is what you get. It seems that a hurricane has come down the stairs, and when it did, it blew everything in all directions. But there's no signs of blood, so there's no signs of injury as a result. And yet there were plates and knives and forks and bottles and books all flying around here. It must have been a death trap when the hurricane struck. But there is no evidence that anyone was hurt.
Is there scorch marks or acid burns? Anything that beyond pure looks like wind? I guess you could say.
No, it doesn't appear to be. Make a fresh Arcana check. Yeah,
I think this is an air elemental.
there is primordial decombobulation, Raz. What we in a scientific era might recognize it as something like the loss of molecules and atoms, fraying away on a microbiological level. Frayed edges to paper, unstable oxidization in the metal. So in layman's terms, things have rusted and corroded and begun to lose their structural integrity. But from an arcane point of view, it just looks like the essence is being leaked out.
So it looks like they aged a few years in a few minutes.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oof.
What's that spell that we ran into that can sap water and other shit out of things? I don't know if that could be a thing, but this guy has been rogue.
Oh shit. I don't know anything
I
about
thought
that,
it
but
was
what was
wizard.
it? The Saruk we're talking about? Things that eat magic? Anyway, let's go upstairs, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm just saying, we need our beefiest people up front first.
Tell you what, y'all just stay about 10 feet behind me. How's that?
And detect good and evil lasts for 10 minutes.
I feel like we're gonna
Good to know.
go from 0 to hero real quick here.
Talking about, I think I'm gonna call Cash. Like we might need him, right? And I'll summon him in.
All right. Make sure I've done this right. It looks like it.
Can anybody tell if there's
Okay.
anything invisible in here? Because if there ever was a place that you'd have invisible ass bullshit, this is it.
I could use the rod to cast that instead of detect good and evil.
Do those elemental things do like any type of elemental damage, like cold or something?
I'm just gonna blow in your face. Yeah, its breath stinks.
Do y'all know of anything that could basically, like Arctic was saying, make something age a few years in a few minutes?
Magic?
Yeah, I
Like a
haven't
specific
heard of any
kind or
specific.
something?
That one thing that you did, Edwin, with your... He's just gonna, like, wiggle his fingers.
Oh,
Your blight spell, necrotic damage, is what my thought of that.
true.
Okay.
That's my best guess. Or, it's like this, trying to phrase this in terms Flint would understand. Temporary magic, like not all magic's supposed to exist forever, and like
Mhm.
especially something that's like a non-material plane, it'll like break down more quickly. I think that's how it works anyway. Up the stairs I go. We got a
I'll
map for this
use.
by any chance? Or?
A what?
Not really.
What was
I
it?
will use the rod of alertness to cast see invisibility now. So I'll
Hmm.
drop detect good and evil.
See,
Excellent.
invisibility
You look
is not
around.
concentration.
Oh, even better.
Oh, it's not. Oh, then I've got both then.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So there are invisible things to find here, but they appear to be relatively mundane. Invisible mugs and signs and notes, invisible pages from invisible books, lots of invisible writing on otherwise empty pages, but it's all kind of nonsense. Like the invisible writing, for example, is in an apprentice grade textbook. Congratulations, you have uh, past level 3 of being a wizard, that sort of stuff.
Wow, it
Um,
was easy.
yeah, and in that regard, you'll find spell books that are almost complete, invisible spell books that have all of the first and second level spells in them. So if you wanted to increase your wizard's library, then there's no better place than this, short of Candlekeep. All of the low level apprentice spells are available right here. Yeah.
I'll just be describing out loud all the invisible things I'm seeing.
Yeah, invisible chessboard, fantastic. Invisible
Yes.
playing cards.
Yeah, Cass will be blue this time because he's lightning.
This guy seems to be an invisible enthusiast.
Invisible enthusiast.
Eccentric, that's one way of saying it too.
Hmm.
Can only imagine what kind of nonsense a crazy wizard has in his bedroom or on the stairway up to his bedroom.
Yeah.
I wonder if sorcerers and wizards don't get along.
It's like this: wizards have to work a lot harder, but
Yeah.
like, imagine only knowing 10 spells.
I mean, I can imagine that like wizards study sorcerers.
I'm just thinking like fucking just a Harry Potter reference, I guess you could say, but how they call non-magic born persons mudbloods and
Oh,
shit like
muggles.
that. Yeah. Well, people who had to learn magic but they were born a muggle is a mudblood. Like Hermione Granger, but yeah. I wonder. It's off topic, but that was my thought process.
True story. Wizards or not wizards. Sorcerers are fairly new on the scale of D&D editions. 'Cause I want to say old-timey magic, you used to just have priest and mage. Maybe they did call them wizards back then too.
There is some discrimination, there's no doubt about that, but from the wizards towards the sorcerers. So, sorcerers are thought to be a more primordial, primal, and even original magical source, though. Wizardry was invented by elves a long time ago, and they and it's an academic pursuit. It's the dominant form of magic in the world because sorcerers can't be trusted, warlocks can't be trusted. The institution, the regulation of having an academic form of magic tends to be reassuring to the status quo. Yeah, and then there are people like barbarians who just hate all magicians, but that's another story.
Not all
So
magicians.
yeah, not all magicians. Do we? Are we done with this chaotic mess?
Unless we're gonna kill tiny mimics, I think we're going upstairs.
Nothing's
least I will.
hostile, and this might be just part of his collector's thing. He's probably just like a magic hoarder, so I'm not really worried about it.
Pretty much. Maybe
All
they eat his
right.
mice or something. It's like his cats.
Before you came in here, wait. Storm says as you are preparing to go up the stairs, wait. And she calls out from the other side of the door, which is presumably still open. You should each take one of these. And she holds in her hands. She holds in her hands a small bundle of sticks. There's only a few of them, a few twigs that poke out the side of her hand like stalks of hay.
Is this sage?
Um, it appears to be twigs.
Oh.
So we can draw sticks to see who goes to die. Yeah, is that what this is going?
I mean, that's the issue. I volunteer.
There's one for each of you, she says, careful not to actually enter the archway of the door to the front door, so she's still standing outside and you're inside. One for each of you. They're Elminster's invention. Twigs of recall. You take the twig, you carefully snap it in half, and it will teleport you back here to Shadowdale from anywhere in the multiverse. Anywhere that has magic, that is.
Oh.
Well, I'll take one.
It's very kind of
Both
you.
would take one.
Yeah, I'll take one also.
This tells me that we're going to have to fucking make a quick escape at some point.
Yeah, probably.
We wouldn't
All
want
right.
the same thing to happen to you that happened to Elminster.
You're not coming with?
No, we've been forbidden. Lord Morngrim has said that we are not to investigate any of these occurrences, especially not this one. He's worried that with Elminster already gone, if we disappear, then Shadowdale will be defenseless.
Well, if things go really tits up, just take all the people and go garrison that castle, or better yet, get the army doing something. So I'm just assuming we'll be dead in that case.
Yes, that's a good idea. If everything goes terribly, then your Castle Daggerdale is one of the closest fortifications in the area. We couldn't trust the Twisted Tower with the Griffins or the Old Skull with its connections to the Underdark. Best that we travel the 15 miles to Castle Daggerdale. I shall spread the word and make sure that Morngrim agrees that this is tactically sound.
Good lass, and tell you what, if this does go well, you owe me 1 griffin.
Do I know?
We can negotiate.
People
Will you
don't.
accept? Will you accept hippogriffs?
Yes.
Yes.
Very
My
well.
God, yes.
That I can do.
Well then.
Hippogriffs are cooler, anyways.
Twig of recall. I'm going up the
Don't
stairs.
break it! Don't break it! Don't break it yet. Only when you need to.
Oh, okay.
Phew.
Stick it in my headband.
All right. So keep in mind where your trigger recall is, even because it will be the sort of thing that, yeah, if you want to use it in a hurry, you better have it handy.
Yeah, he'll put it in his quiver with his arrows.
Okay. Accidentally fires it.
I mean, if it hits something, it'll snap. So I guess that works.
That's it. And the archvillain goes to Shadow Dale. All right. So we leave the desert, the desecrated. No, you leave the messy room behind with all of its loose pieces of paper and upturned furniture and broken, invisible bottles of wine. And collectively, you head up the stairs. It's a fairly broad staircase, so up to 3 of you can walk abreast if you want. More likely, you give each other a bit of room, and 1 or 2 of you walk up at a time until all of you find yourself in a completely dark room. This room is square, or rather cubic. It seems to, it's about 60 feet in each direction, and it's completely black. And when I say black, I mean colorless black. It's the non-dimensional black of actually having no walls, but they are there. The floor is there. You can feel it. You can find the walls if you look for them, and you know that there are walls because there are doors. Curiously, the door that you came through is not there. There's no way for you to retract your steps and go down the very staircase that you just walked up. But there are 4 doors here on the same level plane on the floor as you. These 30 feet in each direction, 60-foot room. The doors have symbols. The symbols are heart, diamond, club, and spade. And in the middle of this room, there is a square prism that resembles the prism that you're in, only it's white. It's only quite small, perhaps a single foot, 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches. And this cube also has 4 symbols: heart, diamond, club, and spade, and they face the door that they represent. There is no other object in the room. You are able to breathe normally. Your voice kind of mutes when it hits the walls. It doesn't echo and doesn't bounce back. It just gets absorbed. You can hear each other perfectly well. It's not silent. It's just odd when there's no reverberation at all.
Oh, fuck. Stairway's gone now, too, right?
Stairway's gone.
Oh, fuck. This reminds me
Do
of
I
that
s-
mushroom trip.
Aren't
Do
these
I
the
see
symbols
anything
from those
invisible?
that game you play with like the pieces of paper?
There is nothing invisible in this room.
Is there any details on the white cube that differ from the room that we're in?
They are both cubic and completely without detail.
Oh, boy.
I want to inspect the symbols on the doors.
They are the common symbols that are found in playing cards. Nearly universal: heart, diamond, club, and spade. What they mean is, open to any sort of esoteric interpretation you can imagine. But they are relatively well known.
When you say, like, a cube, is this, like, just, like, floating in darkness, or what?
Yeah, right. That's right. But there's nothing beyond the darkness. So the floor is solid. The walls are solid. You're not floating. You're standing. So there appears to be gravity, as far as you can tell. Your physical sensations are still quite physical. You can feel your sweat and you can smell each other's odors. But the sound is odd. The way your footsteps don't echo, for example, because there's nothing for them to bounce off.
We're in like a soundproof room, basically.
I'm gonna yell
Yeah.
as loud as I can.
It's very loud. It just doesn't come back to you. It stops the
Fuck.
instant you stop.
Uh, I want to walk up to the cube and try turning it on its side.
It doesn't move. It appears to
Okay.
be part of the structure of the floor.
Okay, but if I like, put my hand under it and above it, there's nothing holding it up.
Can't. It's on the floor, so it has no.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Do you think the suit could give us like an indication of what could be in the room?
The what?
Like
The symbol?
yeah, the symbol.
Apparently, they're just plain heart, diamond, club, and spade. I'm not quite sure what would be a thing with that.
My tribe leader said the spade meant like the military, and the other three had meanings, but I can't remember them.
I always follow my heart, so I say let's go to the heart.
When we attempt to open the door, I want to see if the white cube changes.
Just not.
Say, there's like 4 ways in. Is there a suit from the direction that we came?
No.
Interesting.
Is there a symbol?
No, the cube is where the stairway was.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything
In the middle of the room, but in the floor. Yeah.
So we came to the top of the staircase, and it was just like we were put in the center of a room.
Sort of like that, yeah. So you walk up to the top of the staircase, you look around, it's so fucking weird. 4 doors, the walls are a bit weird. By the time you turn your heads to look around, the staircase isn't there anymore, and it's been replaced by a cube.
And the cube you said had the 4 symbols on it, on different sides?
That's right, exactly. And the symbols face the door that they are orientated towards.
Okay, so the top and bottom of the cube don't have a symbol?
That's right. The bottom of the cube is part of the floor, and the top of the cube is just white, as the room is black. Doesn't seem to gather dust either. There's not a speck of dust on there.
Are the symbols all facing up?
They are all facing the doors. Yes, they're orientated normally. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I guess fuck it and just go through one of the doors.
Wait, well, I've got an idea. I can open the door from like a bit far away, so we should stand on one side of the room, and then I can open the door.
I mean, that's the least of my goddamn worries here. I hope that there's something that jumps me on the other side of this goddamn door.
But I mean, I think it should have to run across the room before it hits you.
You don't know me.
I can also. How are you able to open it, Carrick? Because I can open it with Mage Hand, I think.
Thaumaturgy.
Oh. Be my guest, little man.
Cast, open that door. You'll cast Thaumaturgy. Have
the door.
If it is unlocked,
Yeah,
the door will open.
The door handle opens. It's a lever-based system. It's pretty simple. You pull the lever, the door opens, and it reveals a room that is just like this one in that it's completely black and without obvious walls or roofs or floor or anything. But this one is quite distinct. The room features 3 boxes, and each of the boxes is marked with a symbol. One is a gauntleted fist, one is a cloud with a lightning bolt, another's a sun. And there are also 3 stylized pedestals, 3 pedestals that have pictures. I'll take you over, and I might as well take you over immediately. So it's probably you're probably going to understand a little bit easier
But
with
this
a
is
bit
the
of
hearts room.
visualization. This is the hearts room. That's right. So 3 symbols: the gauntlet fist, a cloud with a lightning bolt, and a sun, and 3 pedestals that also bear symbols. One is one has oh no, these are actually objects. One is a heart made of solid gold. Another one is a heart made of pure black coal. And finally, there is a third heart that is made of stone that has snapped in half. There's nothing else in the room.
Do these pedestals, like, are you supposed to, do they look like you're supposed to set something on them, or is
Say,
like...
I think these are gods. I am almost 100% certain. Flint's gonna point to the. Is that like okay? It's like a altar with a sunburst on it. There's one with a fist and one with a storm cloud with a lightning bolt.
I think we've seen the fist before.
That's Lathander. The fist, I believe, is maybe someone can help me with this, but is that Tyr or Helm or Bane? One of those 3. I
think it's
think that's Bane.
because there was like a priest of Bane or something that we fought that had a black glove.
Yeah, okay. Bane and Talos. And one thing I do remember being mentioned a lot is this broken heart of Talos. So there's a broken heart
Yeah.
and a Talos symbol. So I'm going to put 2 and 2 together and say that's where that goes. The heart of gold, I believe, goes with the sunburst.
Yep.
And the black goes for Bane.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Fucking send it.
Yeah.
Fucking send it.
All right. Then I guess, is the room this big? Jesus Christ. Are these symbols of the gods that we think they are movable?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Do you want us to move our characters up and everything?
No, it's just as long as you're
Okay.
committed to the plan and no takesies backsies.
Yeah. I guess sun to gold heart, glove to black heart, and storm clouds a broken heart.
Raz, a card appears within your hand. It is a heart.
Ooh. Let's go back to the other room.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can I?
On the cube.
Yeah, I want to see if I could place the card by the cube, like on the corresponding door.
It fits it fits directly into the symbol of the heart, and disappears.
Okay.
If we have a deck of cards, can't we just cheat?
I wouldn't.
I want to fuck with magic.
Yeah.
This is basically a lock. I mean, we're getting the key to a lock, and I think it'll be able to fuck with us majorly if we try to make a false key.
Alternatively, I can just punch it until it starts working or breaks.
Yes, punching magic stuff always works well.
Yeah.
Listen, I got magic fist now.
I guess we go to Diamond next.
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
Diamond in the rough.
So the diamond room is much like the heart room, but only the decorations are different. Excuse me. Carved into the floor are the words in the common tongue. What is the most valuable thing in this room? And there is a single pedestal in the center of the room, near where the words are inscribed. What is the most valuable thing in this room? There are 3 pedestals. On one of those pedestals is a bar of platinum. On one of the other pedestals is a sparkling jewel, gemstone. And finally, there is a large overflowing bag of golden coins on the third pedestal. On the third.
Is the pedestal in the center of the room like raised, or is it set in the ground?
It is. It's set in the ground and raised, so it's about 5 feet tall, but it's part of the floor. great big marble ionic column.
See, based on like,
I think we
'cause you
come
have to
back to
think about
this
the
one.
time. You have to think about the time, because platinum is very, very rare in this time period.
I mean, do you think they just mean it in gold value, or do you think there might be something else? Trying to
It's
Right,
some- I
I'm
think
not
it's
sure if
something
there's
else.
like a trick question to it where it's like you stand on it because congratulations,
thinking,
you
do you stand on
recognize
it?
your own self-worth.
Yeah,
That was my immediate
That's
That's
thought.
exactly
friendship,
what I
that's
was
what the-
thinking. That's why I was asking if it was in the ground or not.
I mean,
Let's
wizards
come back to this one.
don't tend to value like monetary value.
Listen,
that's what I heard.
Elminster's different.
Why don't we? Fuck it. I kind of want to just go and set my hand on the pedestal.
I'm gonna stand back all the way on this one. Just kind of, I really think we should come back.
If y'all want to come
that-
back, we can. But I think the rooms are unrelated.
Wait, what room is this?
This is the
The
diamond.
diamond room. I'm fairly certain we can just come back and try to figure it out. But I would like to see the context of some of the other ones, like.
Okay. See if there's
Like-
like a pattern.
Well, yeah. See if we can essentially essentially if there's any sort of pattern, or like, frankly, if there's a bit of a personality behind the tests.
Mhm.
We'll
Alright,
see.
So on to
'Cause-
club.
Yeah, the
The
last
door
one.
doesn't open.
Oh, we have to finish it.
Shitballs.
Uh,
Clever bastards.
Mm,
Then I'm
Let's
just.
try to appraise this gem
the
here.
most
Yeah.
valuable thing in the room.
All right. An investigation roll is probably the best thing for appraising. You could argue history, but I don't know. Jewel crafting is a great one if you have that.
I have none of those, I believe.
So we don't have a gem cutter, do we?
No.
Yep.
No. Who
Well,
has
I
the
have
highest
so-
investigation?
I've dealt in a lot of them though, so let me see if I have an appropriate skill. Not really.
I have a plus-
Investigation is as good as anything.
Yeah.
Oh, Cass might be able to help. Well, I guess I'll cast guidance on the person making the check.
Yep, that's fine. It's only going to take a minute to inspect it.
Oh yeah, something like if we have identify maybe.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I
No?
think identify only works on magical stuff, but
Does it?
I think so. I'm not sure. One object. If it is magic, you learn its properties.
Hmm.
Or magic imbued.
You know, I'm not gonna say it's a bad idea to cast it on that.
And if it was created by a spell, you'd find out what spell it was.
Good point.
Mhm.
I'd say you can cast it on the diamond since this is a diamond room.
Ooh, yeah, maybe it's an illusion.
I will go ahead and start ritual casting that.
Brilliant. So 10 minutes later, it is a star jewel. It is worth 2,500 gold pieces. It was created by the blue fire.
Oh.
That
What's the
seems
blue
obvious. I
fire?
think I would have picked the gem like even without that knowledge.
Yeah.
Fair.
But I wonder if it's a trick.
Right? Like, is this
Like,
like
I'm wondering
really
if
a
it's
test
like
of
a
common
self-worth
sense?
thing.
Fuck, right?
I am perfectly. I will fucking walk up and set my hand on the pedestal and see if that does anything.
Well, is there one or three of them?
There's
Is
one
there one
pedestal.
pedestal?
There's only one pedestal. There's three objects. One is a platinum bar, a trade bar.
Choose
One of them
to
is the
put on
star jewel, and one of them is a bag of many, 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 many gold coins.
I think valuing human life over 2,500 gold pieces is something of an anti-slavery gig, and I feel
Yeah.
like some of these are almost like I don't know, tests of morality rather than common sense.
Yeah.
Maybe they're tests of common sense. We'll find out. Go right ahead. Let's send it.
All right. I'm gonna place my hand on the pedestal.
All right. And when you remove your hand at last, you have the ace of diamonds in your.
Fuck yeah!
Very nice.
Okay. I'm gonna place it in the white box.
All right. The door closes, and so far we have completed both the test of hearts and the test of diamonds.
All right, now on to
Clubs?
the club.
Club again? Yeah.
Clubs.
Yeah.
Who are we clubbing?
Okay.
Huh.
Who we
Some
clubbing?
baby seals.
I wanted to keep the spade for last, anyways, because that's the
Right.
best card.
I mean, I think it's hearts, but that's just me.
Those baby seals are having way too good of a time in Miami.
Right?
All was all late night nightclubs.
To the spade room.
No, the club room.
The
No,
club?
room. Club. Yeah.
Yeah.
Club.
You go to the clubhouse. Okay, that was good.
I asked him to see
Um,
Mickey Mouse to leave.
There we
Yeah.
go.
It leads to a giant chessboard. The pieces are carved exquisitely and with immense amounts of detail, and they represent a number of people that you do know and a number of people that you don't. White marble on one side and black marble on the other. There are also a number of 4 foot tall black pawns, but there are no white pawns.
Are we pawns?
Yep. I feel. Uh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this is like a bout of from the scene in Harry Potter
What
where
is
there's chess.
what is this? The fuck is this?
So hold on. There's a chess set. We're missing white pawns, and there's
Hmm. We are
That's why
we
pawn.
are the pawns.
Yeah.
oh shit.
Are we gonna get to play a collective game of chess against Arctic?
I think so. Who's the obvious king on each side? Are they in the right place? Kind of
Oh,
thing.
it's definitely Bane, right? Where's Bane? That's not Bane. Where's Bane?
There's a lot
Ha.
of pictures.
Yeah, we recognize a
there's-
couple of these faces.
Ooh, this is a fight against the whatchamacallit.
This is the Zents, really, I
Yeah, a
believe.
fight against the Zents.
The Black King. Oh, is that the infant king from Oh wow, that's gross.
I'm sure. Has everyone here played chess?
Oh yeah.
I just want to make sure. Who wants to be the board master? Like
Not
the
it.
person who's actually going to be playing Arctic.
Huh. I don't know
We
if we're
can
gonna
just-
actually play Arctic or if we can cheat. I hope we can cheat.
I don't think we can cheat.
I have a feeling it'll
Who's
be
the
some sort
baby
of
king?
battle chess.
Now, I don't want to like count my chickens before they hatch or yes or no, but I'm fairly certain Arctic's played chess before.
I'm pretty sure he seems like the guy who's played chess. Just saying.
I've read The Art of War. Does that count?
If no one else wants to, I can be the board master.
It's gonna be weird, a little weird playing it like this, but oh man, this is gonna be very weird. Not having a tactile board in front of me.
So Raz, Flint, and Edwin all walk up and take their positions respectively in front of the king, the queen, and one of the bishops. Dahlia does the same.
There's two
Putting
Debbie's
herself
on
in
the
the rook.
board.
Oh, is there 2 Debbie's? There is 2. Maybe I
Hold
didn't
on.
put down.
Where's the second Debbie?
Got rid of her.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you added Debbie to the board
Hmm.
just now.
Listen, we
added
gotta
everyone,
fill out
yeah.
our numbers here. But if we have Drake Seeker and his Drake,
Yeah,
shoot, we can throw down some Iron Vultures or something.
they're not here. We already
They're
sent them
not
away.
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we
And I
just
don't
gotta
think we
deal
could
without.
get him into this room either.
Did you bring the Drake, or are you trying to summon him now?
He was
did
already
bring
Oh,
the
I
Drake.
summoned him on the.
That's what I thought. Yeah, you summoned
Good
him
thing.
earlier and he appeared. Yeah.
I'm 99% sure we're in a demi plane.
Yeah.
Not that I'd actually know what that is, But it looks like we're 2 pawns short. Well, I suppose if we have Dahlia, then we're only 1 short.
Dahlia's not here.
It's gonna be. I hope we can cheat then.
Does anyone else wants to be the one who controls everybody?
Let's see, okay.
Yeah.
Go
so
for the
that's
4-move
looking-
checkmate. Go for the 4-move
I can't.
checkmate.
Don't.
I think we should probably come to group consensus anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played a fair bit of chess, but it's also been about 3 years since I played any.
It's been a year since I've played chess, but I've played
You've-
since I was like
Eh.
little.
It's been
As
over a
much as
year
I
for
love
me, so
strategy, I
Oh.
hate chess.
I'm
played a
comfortable
lot,
with you
but not
doing
enough.
it, Roz, but be careful with moves, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna backseat drive with it.
I'm fine with backseat driving.
I'm also gonna try to find a way to cheat. Like, is that there weren't posted rules here, were there? If I take out my bow and just like shoot one of the pawns, does that do anything?
Make an attack roll.
I think we had to play by the rules here. I think we'll regret it if we don't.
I don't see
Yeah.
no rules.
We're fucking with magic on a skill that we're not used to.
Flint's like half drawn the arrow. I'm thinking about this.
I think white goes first.
Regardless,
we're
yeah,
white.
that is the case.
I
Listen.
Oh god.
Oh, we haven't actually started yet. Hold on, let me think here, because not actually starting with pawns could be a boon. This could actually be a
Yeah.
massive advantage. Because like sometimes in early game, pawns are
No way.
yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to do it right off the bat, but I'm going to try to make it a short game.
So like, if we have these 2 empty spots, you can like make it so that the tower things can get out easily, like to get past the pawns.
Yeah. The big one that we want to get out
Um,
here is if we can. Let me think here. Fuck, I wish I had a tactile chessboard in my
the
house. So I could
kings and
look at
queens
this.
are in the wrong spot.
Oh, only on the black side though.
Yeah, black side, the king and queen. No, that's the black queen.
No, yeah. On our side, the king and queen are
On
in the
our
wrong spot.
side. No, king
Queen-
goes on
No,
white.
they're in the
doesn't it?
right.
No,
They're in the right
queen,
side.
Queen
Oh,
goes
queen's on their own color. Yeah,
Mhm.
you're right. Ours is.
Queen
on
goes
their
on
own
her
color.
own color.
Queen's on white, right?
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
I remember that.
Before the internet gets angry at us for
Yeah,
having
yeah.
queen on the wrong side.
Indeed.
If that's the
I'm glad you
case, Roz,
found that out. Yeah.
I'd say
that?
don't sit in that space so we can move out our queen first. I'd say sit behind the knight there. Yeah, because this way we can move our queen and our rook out ahead
And
of
be
the game
aggressive
here.
with them.
Well, aggressive but careful. But chess is like, among other things, it's a game of battlefield control. And like me personally, I'm a big fan of using like my queens and my bishops to cut off avenues of attack. Anyway, Roz, it's your call.
Uh,
I was saying move here to where the knight would be here. Rather than playing queen's pawn.
yeah.
So that lets us move the queen up to there or there, and that lets us bring our bishop out somewhere on the board here. Anyway.
I was thinking of starting with Edwin moving to e5 and then having the queen move freely from there. If you know what I mean.
E5. No, you don't. You don't nominate it. So,
What was that?
no, nothing. Never mind.
Oh, you thought I was like starting?
Exactly.
Yeah, because the queen will be able to fully move when we move Edwin, and I think I want to move Edwin to e5 first.
All I'm saying is if Edwin's not in that square, we don't have to wait for Edwin to move the queen.
Can't we just start Edwin in G2?
That's what I'm trying to say. Is that Edwin sits in G2 instead of being king's pawn, and we just move the queen out into a more offensive position.
Mm-hmm.
Right here is a good one because it's got a clear view to bishop here, as well as if they open up here, you can potentially get a strike at their rook. I shouldn't be saying this with Arctic.
Yeah.
That's going to be the downside to this shit, is Arctic's going to be able to listen to us. Oh. That's clever.
All right, yeah. Try moving a piece, see what happens. See.
This is a lot of pressure on me here. I kind of want to sacrifice a piece, but that's also really dangerous because I want to see if if we get knocked out, then we just walk to the side, or if we're fucking down.
The thing is, we're not risking just a pawn.
Yeah, we're risking us. And if we're basing it off of these are animate fucking pieces, then they will strike us.
So one thing we should note is right now there's a clear avenue of attack to our king, and
Yup.
there's nowhere for it to move.
Yeah. So the queen and the bishop moving up there will be important. We do have a knight that's able to move in and block that space as well, but setting the queen in that particular place or moving her further up, or even setting the bishop there, honestly, is
I was
actually
planning
a good
on
bet too.
putting the bishop there, and then I'm not going to completely give up my strategy, but I can get the king in a safe place.
All right, gotcha.
Sure.
I'm gonna just go ahead and mute for a minute and let you make your opening moves here.
All right, are we good to go?
Yeah, try.
I trust you.
See what happens.
Fuck. This is so much pressure.
If you don't want to play a game of chess with Arctic, I will, but there's no
not much,
pressure.
There's not much on the line. It's just our lives.
Listen, all else fails, then I whip out my sword and bash all of them.
Yeah, I'm going to go very unconventional here and move the bishop first, since he's already. I can't move them, but right bishop to h5.
Right, bishop to h.
G5.
Wait, h5.
I'm sorry,
that's,
G5,
that's
G5.
wrong.
Sorry, G5.
Right.
Oh, all right.
I think we should move our tokens at the same bottom left corners like everything else is.
Probably smart.
Knight to f6.
Which knight?
The only one that can go to f6.
Fair
No,
enough.
the right one. No, the right knight to f6.
That's wrong. That's the wrong 6.
We could move Nubo up too. Yeah?
Yeah, I can do that. But can I walk 2 forward? Oh, sorry.
There's a bishop targeting Raz.
So Nubel moves forward too. Is that correct?
Hang on, wait a second. Targeting Raz. Okay. Oh, wait, do we have are we able to castle our king there?
I need a command.
I'm asking Raz. Unless he's muted or something.
Oh, I have push to talk on. I've been talking this whole time. Noble to e7.
Right. All right.
I would rather put my character in way of harm than someone else's. So
I suppose was
That's
that
the
a
king
compulsion,
is
or do I just walk up to that spot after the guy tells me to?
You don't have to walk up there, no.
Oh, dude, we
If you
gotta.
if you refuse, then you don't walk up there.
Yeah, so I'll go up there. I'm just making sure that
Okay.
so I understand like what's happening.
You're not forced. No.
Okay. I'm going to leave my king where it is for now.
We
But
got Nubble is getting threatened here.
yeah, because this is the point where you do like a sacrificial pawn, but I don't want to sacrifice Nubble.
This is war, damn it.
Yeah. Nubble, are you comfortable with moving up a space?
You ready to die to
Okay,
kill Theodora?
Yeah.
so
I
if you
don't
wanna-
know if you'll die, but I'm so sorry.
If I die, can you kill that Elminster guy for me?
Okay. But the thing is, this is basically lock and key, so I think we're okay.
Yeah,
But
I'm fairly certain
yeah.
that the illusion won't kill us, and if it
Yeah.
is, we'll roll initiative and then kill the illusions.
Nubble to D7.
Nubble is destroyed.
Isn't that a knight?
Yeah.
Or is
Yep.
that the bishop?
Oh, it is too. Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it would be Theodora then.
Yeah. So it's the yeah. You're right. Yeah. Thank you.
Get him with the knight.
Is he just teleported off to the side, or we just can't see him anymore?
You. Yeah. He is just vaporized. Yeah. That's right. He is vaporized.
Fuck. But Cass is still around, so I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Knight to D7.
All in all, a knight for or a pawn for a was that a bishop?
Yeah.
Oh, that's money.
Good trade.
That is absolutely money. You can put their king in check.
Yeah, I can. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't get hit. Yeah.
He won't get ganked there, but he's gonna have to pull
Bishop to
back right away.
D5.
Where's our bishop? Bishop's over here.
I'm not sorry, not
D-
D5, D2. Sorry.
D2.
I've never played chess with these commands, so
Yeah, right. That's all good, and I'm trying to follow it too. So this bishop up to here, right? Yeah.
yep. And the king's
Yeah.
in check.
So he's now in check. Yeah, it's in check.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what the rules are, but can you castle out of check? I didn't think you could.
I don't know. That's something I'm not aware of.
Neither.
Oh, me neither.
Oh, I'm fairly certain you can't. Okay.
Go ahead and Google it.
Martin, Chess 101. Remember, you can't castle out of a food check.
It says that.
Yep.
Righto.
Okay, so it's not a full check though, so you're good. You can still
Well,
castle.
it's not a
Yeah.
checkmate anyway.
A full check is the equivalent of a checkmate, so you can still castle him.
No,
So he
he
still
can't.
can't.
It's
He
not
can't
check,
castle out
period.
of check though, because
Out
you
of
put
check,
him into
yeah.
check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can still move out, but now he can't castle.
Hmm.
Okay. Ooh. We could bust out the queen here a little bit. Just have to be
Yeah.
tad
We got-
careful about placement. But
Yeah.
putting oh shit, I didn't mean to move Flint.
Mhm.
But putting her there in front of the king, say it's like setting your big gun, like, you know, like looking over a field here, you know?
Mhm.
Overwatch.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move queen to G5.
Queen to G5.
Oh, knight's getting threatened.
Mhm. Mhm. Let's see here. Going to go ahead and move knight back to 5-6. F6, sorry.
That's right. Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Raws to F4.
F4. Yep. Cool, cool.
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's getting to be a logjam here.
It's also hard keeping up with what pieces are ours.
I know. What pieces are what?
The,
Like, oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
The pictures can all be found in Elminster's Tower, with Shadowdale, Elminster's Tower, chess. So it's a couple of folders in, but
I
they're
can see 'em now.
they are all available too.
Almost at the
Alright.
bottom.
Knight to D5.
D5.
Ooh, that's balls right
so
there.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's a bishop.
It's a knight and a bishop. Okay.
All right.
That's a bishop.
This
No,
is
I think
That's a
That's a
that's a
knight.
knight.
that's a
Be a
knight.
knight?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
that's I'm referring to the druid. The druid is a bishop.
Okay. Oh, now does the bloodbath begin? What
Yeah.
goes
Does.
next?
Let the
Yes.
bodies hit the floor.
Oh, oh man, this is gonna be just piece trading all over the board then. Oh,
Yeah.
Set. Jesus, better not lose that frickin' queen.
Oh, did you
is
already
all I'm
move?
saying.
Sure
He,
has.
he moved that
Oh,
pawn. Yeah.
okay.
So now he's got the threat going on here, the triple threat.
All right.
Let me see
Cast
here.
to E3.
Cast to E3. All right.
What? Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Ugh.
Rook to A1.
I suppose, but this
Uh-huh.
is. Mm.
Mm,
Yeah. I think we're about to lose here, buddy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else wants to take over, that's fine.
No, it's fine. We'll play it through. But
Do anything.
ain't over quite yet, but that just negated our advantage.
I don't hear no
actually,
singing.
not actually seeing the fucking pieces is also fucking me up because
Okay.
Just get a chessboard and set it out in front of you.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I know I'm killing myself for not owning one right now. So you can still send our knight to go wax this guy yet, but that
would sacrifice him.
alternatively Cass can take a pawn here.
Potentially send the knight to this pawn. Then he's
But that would
threatening the
allow
rook.
the king.
Yeah, the king there's gonna
Oh,
kill him
that's
then.
the king, right? I thought that was the bishop.
No. You could spot right there. Oh, right there with the knight, because
yep,
that puts the
yep.
king in check, and you can wax their queen. Never mind, this is fine.
Yep,
This
yep.
is the
Wait,
bishop.
wait, is
Yeah.
that a knight?
The bishop.
Is that a knight?
Yeah, that's a knight.
That's the bishop.
Never mind. Fuck.
Oh,
And
fuck.
that's a bishop. Never mind. That's triple. Never mind.
I'll make sure
No,
that
she's a knight.
that's. I think you might be getting it incorrect. Where's
a
a black
bishop?
knight?
That's a knight.
So
She is a knight.
the drow is a knight, and
Oh, I've
Oh.
been
and
treating that drow as a fucking. Oh my god, I could have. I've been treating the drow as a bishop. I
Yeah.
thought he was a bishop.
Oh,
Oh
man.
my god.
All right,
Oh,
next
I
time.
could've done so much shit and not fucked up. Oh my god. Yeah, it's really
and
fucking.
this guy is a knight as well.
Yeah, both the two in both C3 and C6 are knights. Okay. The bishop, however, is in D6. We got rid of one of his bishops.
Yeah, that's correct.
I
Fuck.
think you move Cass up on one of these two, preferably that one. So you're threatening their bishop. Oh, he's unsupported then, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no, it's fine because if
This knight
Cass
could
moves
kill him.
there, there's only one that can kill him. So,
Well,
and that
both
would
of them
actually help
can.
out. No, because they're both kings. If we move Cass up,
Wait, what?
that'll. So
Knight.
listen, that
Yeah,
fucking
let's-
Arctic, can you mute or deafen or something?
I'm a dreadnought.
God damn
Okay,
it.
because he's a knight. He's a
Because
knight.
they're both knights. If I move Cass up, then the only thing that can attack him is the knight,
Oh, yeah, I see where you're going here.
and then
Yeah,
he
if you
can't
take
attack
that
me
one,
by
then.
putting the king in check.
But then he'll also take our knight there, so.
How?
With his knight.
That knight can't take if I
That one? Why not?
I'm saying if I move Cass, take out this,
Then he'll take his knight and kill our knight.
and then
You
we
get
have
queen or
we take
knight.
it with the queen.
If you want to keep trading pieces, I suppose.
I mean, both of us aren't really being conservative with our pieces.
I mean, if we lose, what's the worst that happens, right?
What we reset
Yeah,
maybe.
okay.
And we're gonna lose the
TPK,
stalemate though, 'cause we
let's
have
do a
fewer
reroll.
pawns.
Yeah.
You're right, we lost in chess, so we TPK'd. Nah, I'm assuming that.
It'll be a bit more forgiving.
Hmm.
Because I'm trying to get to where I can put his king in check again to move him in a better position.
I have
So-
an idea with that, but yeah, we're gonna have to move that
What's
knight.
this
Yeah. So
So-
here's what I'm thinking.
bishop?
Tell me if y'all don't want to do this. But Cass, move him to D4. The only thing he do to move Cass and keep him from doing that is him moving this knight to where Cass will be, which will open me up to move here with my knight, which will, because then he can't take me out from right here to here.
Tell you what, just
And
let
then
it
I can put
ride.
the king in check.
Just let it ride.
Yeah. Go for it.
Alternatively, I could try to move Cass here where he can't be taken out, and he has to move this guy into a better position, which will probably prompt him to go here. In that case, we'll send the queen from there. But then I don't know what to do with the queen there, if you know what I mean.
Huh.
Yeah.
Make your move.
Just go with your
I'm
gut
with you.
instinct.
Wax that
Yeah,
guy
Jack
with
Pro-
Cass,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah, Cass to
alright.
D2, yeah.
All right.
see what happens.
Okay,
As predicted.
queen to G5. I'm sorry, D5.
Okay.
All right. That leaves us with a queen, a knight,
And pawns.
bishop. I don't know. So we got one of everything yet, and they have a queen, a knight, and a rook. So
Bishop.
no, and a bishop. So I think we're equal, all in all.
Yeah.
And that guy is threatening Cass.
This pawn.
Knight to F1.
Where's our knight? And
Bottom left.
where's
That's not a.
one
Oh no,
right,
it is.
so,
You're right.
oh yeah, that's how I moved the bishop. Yeah, cool. Yep. All right.
Yeah, not knowing the pieces has fucked me up. I'm hoping it fucks Arctic up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's threatening our queen there, though. You got a
Where?
free shot at a
that's
pawn
what
here,
I'm
though.
about to do. Yeah. queen to
Why not take
b3.
the rook
Oh, wait,
and then
what?
puts the king in check?
Oh yeah, money.
Oh shit! That's
and
checkmate.
oh my god, that's
Checkmate.
checkmate.
Yeah,
That is
queen
checkmate.
to a8. Holy shit!
Oh,
Checkmate.
Holy shit!
oh my goodness.
I was like, hold up,
Debbie,
hold up.
you monster.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. Oh my
Wait.
god, I didn't see that.
Wakes up from the nap to checkmate.
Yeah.
Debbie.
Sorry, I've been pulling extra
clubs that,
this week, man.
an ace of clubs appears in your hand, Debbie.
Good job,
Nice.
Debbie.
That
Good
was the
job,
most
Debbie.
nervous I've ever been in a game of chess.
Yeah, there was like I think
I
a lot
mean-
of the reason I was fucking up is because I was. It's
That was
stressful.
hard.
Literally
was
the
hard.
entire. I don't know if like the entire mission at least was based on me fucking doing good. So thank you, Debbie.
I
I
just got
mean-
lucky. I just got lucky. He moved the piece to the right spot, and I'm just like, wait a sec, that leaves open that rook, looking for outs for the king. Oh shit!
Yep.
Right?
Like, yeah, but yeah, I think one thing that might help is a better, like a broader border on everything for each side, so that it's more obvious whose pieces are whose,
Yeah, because that's confusing as hell.
Mm.
and maybe matching sides.
I feel like Arctic just
Both white knights look the same. Both white bishops look the same. Like that would help
Yeah.
a lot. Because
mm.
with the I like the variety and I really do enjoy it, but it makes it a little confusing.
If anything, maybe I don't know if you can affect the border of character icons, but make them like put the castle bit on top of the rooks or like a horse icon.
Names. Like how we have our names can
Oh
be
yeah.
Oh yeah.
names on the pieces.
Names is a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, like white
Um,
knight, white bishop,
Yeah,
black knight.
yeah,
black
that's the easiest thing to do. Yeah,
That's the easiest one right there.
yeah.
That was
All right.
I really like how that I really like the puzzle bit. I don't
Yes.
I enjoy chess, but it's been so long since I've
Oh
played.
gosh, it's I don't know. It's just I love strategy games.
Yeah.
But there's just something about chess I do not enjoy, and I don't know what it is.
Fuck, Debbie.
It's a
you
lot of
pulled the win.
spatial awareness, but you definitely pulled out the checkmate there because I was focused on minor objectives while you were going for the throat.
I mean, maybe that's why I don't do so good in chess.
I mean, you won this
It worked
time.
out this time,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I love how for both me and Arctic, we're not worried about keeping our
does-
pieces.
does Noble come back?
Noble.
When you when you walk out into the main central area, you find him there.
Aw.
Okay.
Oh, hey,
I
you're back.
was speedrunning meme creation, but you did it too quick.
Yeah. He's been just eating good berries the whole time. Okay.
All right. So I put in the club ace of clubs where it goes.
Good
Alright.
job, Debbie.
I got lucky. Like he made just the right move.
See, Raz,
Which-
I knew you'd win for us.
Yeah, he only had 2 abilitied pieces left besides the queen.
Yeah, we were
so-
winning by attrition, I think.
It was
Yeah.
going to be a rough one, and I think we could have pulled it out even without that.
Yeah.
Without that move, but it would have been a slog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been one of those matches where you do a queen trade and then it's kind of just pawn slaughter.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What I was like thinking was like just he's going to do this, I'm going to do this, he's going to do this. So there's
So-
like constant bloodshed, not like just one move and finish it. So
Maybe that's a metaphor for the current situation. We need to make
I
that
know.
big decisive move.
I'm
Especially
going to
with
go
us
for a 2-minute break while you discuss this philosophy.
especially with us like talking out loud and essentially all of the Zentarum just listening into what we're doing.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, this is so real.
Yep.
Oh my god. Didn't help that Arctic made a strategy, but I think he like willingly fell into it because that's the only way.
He might have just had a like a chess app open, set the difficulty to like low, and then just whatever move we made had
Yeah.
the AI do. But maybe.
I mean, yeah. It could be.
It's also a lot genuinely harder to play chess when you're not looking at the board.
It
When you
is.
don't have a spatial board in front of you, because
Yeah.
like it would have been so much easier to just look diagonally and see, oh, there's a queen lined up on there.
Yeah.
Well, see, and I used to play like computerized chess a lot.
And
So I
like
think that-
highlighting where the pieces goes is a little different. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 dimensions helps with that.
I used to play that. What was it for Nintendo? Battle chess, where they come together like to life and like actually fight it out.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Nice.
hoping that was going to be. I thought like there would, instead of just a piece
You would
taking another
fight.
piece, the two would have to have a fight.
Yeah.
I was so close
used
to
to love
trying
that
to
game.
cheat there, but
I think we would have been severely punished if you did cheat.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Maybe. We haven't seen any evidence of it so far.
So far, we've played by the rules, and it's worked out grand.
What alignment is Elminster?
What rules is chaotic good? But it's like, what rules? I
Hmm.
haven't seen any rules. Any rules are just our interpretations.
Well,
you know?
like,
And is Roz really gonna high road me right now?
I mean,
Really?
I think it's his interpretation, because if you get it wrong, we die. We might die.
Mm.
no.
Oh.
So here's the thing. I don't know if y'all have read the Aragon books, but how I view magic is because of this book and these books, you can never make an impenetrable spell. You can never make something impenetrable. There's always a key for every lock.
Hmm.
But what we're doing is fitting the teeth for the key. And if we try to fuck with it, it's not going to work out good. Because there's going to be a magical rebound.
All I'm gonna say here is I have a bunch of smoke powder if all else fails.
How powerful is Elminster? Like, what level is
Very.
he? Yeah,
Above 20, epic.
yeah. So we're dealing with at least like probably more than a level 9 spell kind of thing.
This is ideally like I don't know this, but I know this like out of character. We're in a demi-plane right now. This is probably some sort of like fail-safe system. I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure for who or by whom. But
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get through this last one and we'll find out hopefully.
Yeah.
The last room that you open up is octagonal, and it features a pedestal in its center as well.
I really enjoyed that Arctic, even though it was really stressful.
Good, good. I ran it like a year ago, and it was fucking awful. And so I learned a fair bit about like we lost the pieces. They didn't have names. They didn't have character sheets like that. And so yeah, adding taking the another level of confusion away, and giving them names is probably a good idea. So this room is octagonal. It's completely black, features only a single white pedestal, and the white pedestal has a card on it. That card is the Ace of Spades.
I don't trust it. Not one
You
bit.
all come in from down here near the diamond.
I'm gonna stand on the edge.
So you don't go in the room?
Well, I'm just like gonna like wave my hand around. Is there like solid ground?
I want to throw
Inside,
something in.
no,
Yeah.
no, like it's solid, but there's no ground. So that's a contradiction, but it's the truth. Imagine a solid wall of force and yeah, if you
Oh
visualize
God.
the wall of force, then that works.
I ritual
Alright.
cast detect magic to try to see
I think
the.
taken the leap.
It's
Because
teleportation, which is conjuration, more specifically extra dimensional. So yeah, the demi-plane theory is correct. This is an extra dimensional pocket.
All right, I don't
Okay.
see like a force bridge that's kind of willy nilly all over through here.
No, you don't. So no, this is what you do see. Make a Arcana check to interpret, because there's some information here, but whether you can make sense of it is another thing. Okay, that's not bad. So it's extra dimensional. It's a demi-plane. It's probably contained within the tower, but who cares? Demi-planes are their own structure, so that's really what matters. each of the octagonal vertices, I think that's the right word, in
Yep.
each of the octagonal corners, there is a necromantic gate. Yeah, a necromantic gate. It's like it opens some kind of conduit to the negative plane of negative energy, and from there will presumably be a manifestation or an effect or a portal or something. Something will happen. The pedestal is the only thing here that is real. It's actually real marble, so it's not glowing with detect magic at all. The card is a kind of primal magic, which can't be defined into certain into a school. In the same way as prestidigitation is probably beyond categorization, it exists in the universal school of magic. So too does that card.
Does anybody
Who
have the jump
preps
spell?
jump? Like honestly, who preps jump?
I'm mostly looking at the ranger.
What's jump?
It triples your jump distance. I can long jump right over there if someone casts jump on me.
Or I can
That-
turn
You
you
don't have a
into a
magic item
bird.
that does it? Yeah.
I can turn you
mean,
into
you
a
could.
bird and you can fly across. But I don't know if
I
there's
suppose
like
that works too.
I think though we have to follow the rules of the room.
What's
If
the
that's
rules?
real marble, I could build
That's
a
the thing.
stone
We have to figure out the rules like we did with the others.
Let
What was that, Edwin?
let Matt Edwin speak when he gets. Yeah, he doesn't speak much. So
If that's real marble, I could build a stone wall that makes a path to it.
There you go.
Then we can walk across.
You see, my one thing is I feel like we do have to follow the rules though, if you know what I mean.
What rules?
Like the other rooms had rules, right? So
Didn't
you had
see
to
no writing.
match up the gods. I'm pretty sure if we tried cheating in the chess room, it would have
mean,
ended very poorly.
This is also the Ace of Spades, the Death card, and necromantic energy in the corners
yeah.
makes me feel a little uneasy.
I mean, we can have Cass just walk over, take the card.
The thing is, we're fucking with very high level magic, and there's probably safeguards in place to keep us
Like,
from cheating.
Well,
okay,
basically.
tell
so
you
what it would be cheating though? That's the question.
Yeah.
Is like, what is cheating?
As far as I can tell, a 9th level wizard would expect magic like that, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like in the chess room, I'm pretty sure if we just walked up and decapitated the king without playing, it wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah,
Or
but
maybe.
that would also had an obvious implication to it. This doesn't have an implication.
yeah, we see the card. I say let him give it a shot. Worst that happens, we find out what the necromantic energies are.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with it if everyone else is.
Yeah.
Give it a shot,
Okay.
dude.
I will try to build a wall of stone and just put all the panels in a row from the marble directly to us in the south.
cool. Is there anyone in the room yet, or are you all outside?
I had stepped onto it, yeah.
Yep. So you're in, but no one else is. The stone wall warps out from the marble structure. You completely reconstruct the ton of marble since it's pretty much that big. It works to create an igloo-style domed tunnel that links between the door and the table.
Hmm.
I'll draw that object in. And
Do you want to go for it, Flint, or should I walk for it?
I want to throw something down the tunnel before we send a body.
That's a smart call, and tell you what, I got 50 feet of rope here. You motherfuckers tug if I fall, alright?
I'll go. I have the shield to help protect me.
I think Cass says he would want to go.
In that case, I'll hold the rope.
Before y'all go, can I throw a torch down it?
Throw whatever you want.
Go for it.
Ned, yeah, right. So just to clarify, Flint, when you went inside, you were inside the tunnel. You weren't on the other side of the tunnel.
Oh, I had this was before, if I knew it was casting the tunnel, was stepped out of the way, but I had stepped
step
on
out of
to
the
just
way?
test the yeah.
Right. So you go in there, feel around, come back out again. Stone tunnel is cast.
Exactly.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna start walking forward. Grab
So
the card.
Debbie is alone, but the Drake seems to be accompanying her as well.
Yeah,
This
he
is
seems to
correct.
follow quite closely.
Yeah, we got like a rope tied to her waist, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Who tied the rope?
I did.
All right.
I will grab the card.
Okay. Roll for initiative.
Oh,
Yep.
Is that just her, or us too?
Anyone who wants to, but you can't participate unless you're in the room.
Gotcha. I had enough puzzles. Now it's just time to bash them.
that is the worst initiative roll I've ever had.
If that's the worst you ever had, you're a lucky man.
What are
Oh, that's a bit-
these?
Why aren't they appearing?
Those
They went to the map
shadows?
layout.
Shadow babies.
Oh, they went to the map layout. Damn.
I hate it when Roll20 does that.
It would have been my error.
Nope, I'm gonna blame Roll20.
Probably.
choose to.
Probably.
Never the DM's fault.
Yeah. That's fair.
Devi says that because they've DM'd on Roll20 and they've made the same thing.
I refuse to so much as try it. Honestly, it's too complicated for me to even try.
All right. So, out of the vertices of these walls where the necromantic energy is concentrated, grim reapers emerge, bearing their scythes, dressed completely in from head to toe in cloaks, and they then push their way silently towards their target at a speed of 40 feet. I think probably puts not quite doesn't quite reach them. I don't think any of them. Maybe that one will reach. No, not quite. And these ones as well. Not quite.
We
So the
have
best
a
that
rope on Devi, right?
you do, and you lost the initiative.
Yep,
Hmm?
we'll get there when we get
Okay,
there.
so-
Alright.
Okay.
So the shadows, being as ethereal as they are, go
Feed.
straight through the tunnel that we have created and head towards Devi, taking the dash action.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
I'm glad I didn't take this one.
You'll be fine, guys.
Oh,
She's just like, I've got them right where I want them.
I mean,
When you're surrounded, you can't miss. Just swing away.
Edwin.
all right. I will. Second reading one of my spells here.
Absolutely.
a Misty Step would be perfect right now.
All right, I'm going to move up. I'm going to try casting hold person at 4th level to try to hold the back 3.
Uh-huh. All right. Hold person only works on humanoids. No,
Oh.
no, that's charm person, not hold. Yeah, I don't.
I think
Whole
hold person
person has the
also
same
can-
restriction too.
It does. It's only people, right?
You
Yeah,
gotta hold
'cause
monster.
there's yeah.
Okay. I will try casting Conjure Animals.
Edwin, I don't think we gotta fight them all.
No?
We just need the dang card.
I don't know if I have a way to help get it.
They completely ignored cast and went straight for the person holding the card.
What I'm saying is we don't
Yeah.
need to kill them all.
Yeah.
We can just get Devi out. Probable victory condition.
All right. I'm going to just grab hold of the rope and get ready to pull when everyone else is ready.
Cool. Cass.
You can't really grab the ropes. I guess you'll just attack the one above him.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, on my turn, I need to spend a bonus, so I think he can just dodge at the moment. I forgot.
Yep,
Delete
sounds
from the
good.
initiative. He doesn't get his own action.
Doesn't get his
Getting
turn,
there.
so he's still moving up there. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, he acts after my
Debbie.
turn.
Oh, I shouldn't have deleted him, but it doesn't matter. Anyway.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take the dodge action. They're incorporeal, right?
That's correct.
I'm gonna book it.
Oh my god, you couldn't just take disengage, no.
So attacks of
Oh yeah,
opportunity.
I'll disengage instead of dodge, and then I'll action
Yep.
surge and dash.
All
Deuces.
right.
Sounds
You'll
good.
still have to push past the one initially to kind of overrun it, because like they have a poltergeist style energy, which is why force spells hit them so hard. But they are not particularly strong. So go ahead and make a athletics check to overrun it. Yeah, right. It's like a gentle breeze,
Done.
and you
Even if
actually
it had-
surge out of there.
Yeah, that gets me 60 feet is about where Flint is standing. Actually, if I can diagonal, I'll be right there. I'll be out of the room with the card.
They return to their regularly scheduled places, floating back and disappearing into the walls.
That is a nope. Yeah, disengage was a better action instead of dodge. You were correct, sir. Correct, sir.
I was just like, this crazy motherfucker just wants him to make 8 attacks against him.
Yeah.
Just
I
flex
mean,
your
25
on your DM.
AC, pretty good with disadvantage from the dodge.
I don't know what they were exactly. Shadows, oof. You know, what's your strength score? Like
I think 16.
15?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
16.
it probably would have been fine, but couple of hits on that, like a crit or two, and that's potentially down to 8 strength. Can't
Yeah.
move in your heavy armor anymore then.
No, I'm just moving 10 feet slower. If you don't have the strength for it, you're minus 10 feet
Wait, you need a certain amount of strength for armor?
for
Yeah,
heavy armor.
well, only heavy.
So I will go ahead and put the card in the thing.
All right. And as you do, the doors disappear, and a staircase, like the one that you first came up, winds up out of the box. The box opens, and panels fall to each side, and a staircase, which was originally a tree. I didn't actually describe that. This house was originally built around a tree, and so the spiral staircase is part of the tree. And this tree seems to grow up out of the box and up towards a higher level, a higher plane, if you will.
Can anyone talk to plants?
What a strange thing to
I
ask.
can talk to plants.
Yeah, my backup plan was to dodge and just spirit guardians my way through all the radiant energy with against shadows.
Did you ask
gotta
if you,
grind that XP.
did you say that you could talk to plants, Neville?
Yeah, I can cast Speak with Plants. I guess I'll go ahead and do that with my special ability. Hello, Treehouse.
Hello.
This motherfucker's talking to a plant.
Do you know where Elminster is?
Yes, he's upstairs.
Isn't it funny he has Elm in his name? That's a type of tree, isn't it?
I had never thought of it like that, but now that I have thought about it, I do find it indeed amusing.
And if he's the Elminster, is that why he's in charge?
I guess so, or perhaps he merely provides us counsel and pastoral services.
That's so cool. Like, I'll turn to those. Like, yeah, the tree says Elminster's upstairs.
I believe he is busy, although it seems that humans are always busy.
He just
We
sort of
like to
gone
give the
missing,
impression.
and we're scared.
Oh, that's right. He's talking to a tree.
What was that, Neville?
Oh, I was just saying, he just sort of went missing, and we don't know where he went. It's been a few days.
He hasn't been missing. He's been here all along.
They told us he went missing. Does anyone else have any questions for the tree?
Wait, it says he's not missing? Well, fuck, why are we talking to the tree when we can go talk to the real McCoy, as it were?
I mean, it's a very friendly tree. I mean,
I'm gonna hand you my water skin and say, there you go. Trees like water, right? I don't know what
do you
they
want
like.
water tree?
I wouldn't say no to a little drink.
I'll pour some water on the tree.
Why, thank you. That will hopefully drip all the way down to my roots. And if it doesn't, then I guess it's Elminster's floorboards that will get the saturation.
I don't know where the roots are.
What was the last comment?
I don't know how to find the roots.
The roots are very deep, beneath the house, indeed, beneath the tower. It is usually Lero who takes care of me. He takes care of everything in this tower.
He does a good job.
Yes, but I'm afraid he is gone.
Well, I hope he comes back.
So do I. I think Elminster is going to get him.
And we can help him.
Perhaps you can. You've been helpful already.
Did anybody else come visit? I'm gonna ask Nubble to ask the tree that.
I'll translate.
No, you are the first visitors. Are you his friends?
I mean, I haven't met him, but I'd like to be.
Selling books sometimes, so I guess so.
Oh. Well, trade is the basis of relationships between states, so why not people?
Well, if you say that he's here, we should go find him.
Well, goodbye, tree. It's been good talking to you.
Yes, and you too. I do hope that you visit again. We have the most extensive range of spells in the Eastern Heartlands, if you should ever choose to peruse them.
I'm not very good at spelling, so maybe that'll help.
Wonderful.
So you're not very good at spelling?
Yeah.
Goodness.
I guess
Oh,
up the
man.
stairs we go.
All right. You lead up the stairs, and as a group, and it leads to a rather cluttered bedroom. There are suits of armor and swords and axes and spears and robes and wands just lying around willy nilly over this fairly tightly cluttered but very expensively decorated room. The paintings, some of them are damaged, and the statues have fallen over and broken their arms, and the all of the drawers are open, and several books are splayed out. If any care has been taken, it's with the books. And in particular, there's this massive tome, a ponderous tome, a few feet big, and it is entitled The Blood War, a treatise on the nature of fiends and their eternal battle. And Elminster is looking over it with a look of madness and frustration. He's sweating. He hasn't brushed his hair nor his beard nor changed his robe in a considerable amount of time. And the smell is relatively offensive, even for an old person. He turns around angrily, points a finger towards you. Ye gods, what lengths must thou go unto, lest thine privacy be intruded upon? He does not seem happy by your appearance.
Your friends missed you. We came to check if you're okay.
Check? But thou art doing a small amount of research. If how is research supposed to be done with disturbances at every hour?
Sir, your scribe, where's he? Her?
You will find Laro by yonder desk on the bottom floor. Forever he toileth away there, if he is not engaged in more mundane tasks than accounting. The most mundane task I have ever known.
I'm going to check
you
to make sure he doesn't have a book hidden in his book, just in case.
Huh.
All right, you look for it, but you do not find one. There is, however, a rolled up scroll that is pasted in his back pocket that unfortunately betrays its subject.
Fair. Okay.
Wait, didn't
Oh,
his
go ahead.
assistant disappear 20 days ago? Isn't that right, Debbie?
22.
22 hours. That's a considerable amount of time. Yonder he appear
Days.
again. Days? Verily? Days.
Yeah.
Days.
Weeks.
You look
22 days.
unwell.
Those- I have been surviving off Merlin's spoon for some time now, and it comes up like a magical spoon, and you can see that there's empty bowls of porridge all over the place.
I happen to have one of those as well.
Merlin hath made indeed his fortune from producing these spoons. Intellectual property is
Frickin' trademarks.
a wonderful thing. Think of how much money Melf must have on his world. 22 days, verily. I've been working hard within these halls to attempt to devise a plan from which to travel to yonder plane. Indeed, I am going as deep as the planes go, deeper and deeper into the depths of depravity and depression. I am going to hell.
What? Like, no. Shadowdale needs
Verily.
you right now. If you leave, then the Zentarum will strike.
There is bigger fish at play here. While yonder Zentarum move so aggressively, and yet wait so patiently and defensively simultaneously, Bane doeth the same, but in the depths of hell. He moves not an inch, and yet the whole plane changeth around his will. I must travel unto hell itself, where I shall gauge the blood war with thine own eyes, and participate in upsetting balances, cosmic and extra-dimensional in scale. While ye deal with this localized problem, I shall be traversing the depths of the most evil place in the universe. Unless you want to come with me.
No, thank you. But
sounds like fun, but Cass told me that would be a bad.
What do I know about the Blood War?
You can make a religion check.
I rolled a 16.
That's pretty good. With a 10, you'll know that it exists. With a 15 or a 16, the Blood War is an eternal battle that goes on between the devils and the demons, lawful evil and chaotic evil, as they try to ascertain once and for all the true nature of evil. The theory being that while the Abyss and Baator, which is hell, and all the other lower planes like Hades and Gehenna and Acheron, all of the battles and philosophical struggles go on here, in a very real and material sense. Um, Eventually, one side or the other will conquer, whether it's the chaotic free-for-all impulsiveness of the demons or the strategic, cunning, cooperative evil of the devils. One of them will conquer over the other, and when it finally does, then they can turn their gaze towards the rest of the multiverse and take that right for the picking.
I guess I have two questions. Is there anything we can do to help you? And is there anything you can do to help us?
Verily, I shall need pack animals and squires, henchmen, and meat shields. Ye shall provide adequate descriptors for these roles. The positions are vacant and available to mercenaries willing to work for, say, magical items. And he gestures around the room at the axe, the staff, and so on.
Wait, like into hell?
Verily, Bator specifically, the first level, Avernus particularly. From there, we shall head towards thine living labyrinth, where it is expected high value targets, good and just, are being held captive, perhaps my own scribe. And if not, then delicately shall we upset the balances, diplomacies, and innovations that Bane hath taken within the depths of hell to readjust the power structure that will suiteth him even here in the Dales.
Oh, wait,
So you're going there to see Bane?
Verily, and to upset his plans between Tiamat and, dare I say, even the Archduke of Hell himself.
Well, I'm staying here then.
I mean, he could help free Cass from, like, if we help him.
It sounds like a one-way trip if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, Elminster might make it back, but,
He
He
had
did
no
say
int-
meat fields.
I mean, I was told he was a
Yeah.
good guy. Like, he wouldn't take us if we were just going to die.
Thine will be having to take care of thine own fire resistance. I recommend it. Without such protections, thine air will be difficult to breathe.
yeah,
I mean, I got that covered, but
I assumed thou would have, Debbie of the Hammer. Uh, Verily are thee protected, and thus I extend this invitation in quite seriousness. I do not expect that you will survive. Indeed, thy souls might be trapped there forever. Yet, if this is a gamble thine will take for the good of the realm, how can I refuse thine enthusiastic approach?
how about we do a bit of divide and conquer? Like, we have stuff to deal with here and to protect the people here as well.
Only
Maybe
got
we
two
could.
portals, Debbie, he says as he creates a couple of gates. Oh, this one will be going into hell. Come with me if thine art interested. This one takes thou back to Shadowdale and into the coolness of the breeze. Thine will only be holding for 10 minutes, so verily thine must be discussing. He says as he snatches up the massive tome, A Blood War, a treatise on the nature of fiends and their eternal battle, and prepares to take the leap into hell.
I'm gonna borrow some of your stuff, okay? Okay.
Well, I suppose thou art going to be doing much with it without ye, so verily help yourselves to thine junk. I shan't be needing it.
I use a spell slot to cast Detect Magic.
There is a spell book, so, which we don't think we've already collected. So there's a spell book, some full plate, a sword, an axe, a spear, a wand, a staff, and a robe.
I grab it all.
I'm gonna toss him something as he's leaving. He's been surviving off the thing of Merlin, which isn't real food. So I'm gonna toss him what rations I do have with me.
Ah, thine art a champion of the Dales, in spite of thine background within the Zentarum?
Just a quartermaster.
Ah, and ye have old habits die hard for ye, I see, as you hand over equipment to the hero.
Yeah, we the side characters in their own story.
What? Never mind. I thought that I did make up something, but it's not. I must have made it up in a different in the base version. So yeah, this is. It sounds like there's not too much debate going on, but this is the chance for you to throw away all that you've gained and everything that you've done in this campaign and go on a merry adventure into Avernus. You can accompany Elminster on an epic level quest. Um, and this is for real. If this is the chance for you to do just that, if that's what the party wanted to do, you have your twigs of recall, so theoretically you can always come back to Shadowdale at any time, presuming you don't lose them or whatever. As long as you're in the first level of Ernest, they will function. They won't function beneath that due to special restrictions. But as long as you're on the first layer of hell, you will be able to return. So
shit.
yeah, I'll let you realize the seriousness of the situation and make a decision.
Oh, that's man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Devi's probably thinking about it.
on a player level, I've already played this at Avernus. Just saying, I've had enough hell.
I'm kind of one
But
of those no magic guys, so that's not even a question for me. I just die immediately when I go to the outer planes.
Yeah, I don't think I'm too interested in going to hell.
Excellent.
so we take the stuff and we get out.
Travel well, ye, well met, and I hope that thou art seeth me in the future.
Oh fuck. Anything you want us to tell other people? I don't know. We just tell them that you went to hell.
Verily, it all went to hell.
Portal closes. No.
Uh,
Yeah, Rawls is good at dealing fire damage, not taking it. So no, not at all.
I mean, a couple levels you get where you can spend a sorcery point on being fire resistant for an hour.
Yeah, so you can survive for like 12 hours and then die.
Well, I have 10 sorcery points, so
10
10
hours.
hours.
It's fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Honestly, that was a very fun little dungeon.
all
Yeah.
right. Well, the rewards are extreme.
my brain
fun.
hasn't hurt in a long time. So there we go.
Oh man. Oh my, Devi, you see that dancing scimitar?
I do.
Arctic, this is 2 sessions back to back where you've given me a spellbook, a guide to the Mythalar.
Is it right?
Yeah, you got it in Icewind Dale too.
All right. Yeah.
Fantastic. But holy crap, do we got some interesting stuff here. Wand of magic missiles, nice.
Staff of healing.
Oh
Hello?
my god. And a robe of useful items. Can I please has?
I want to be
How
able
many
to slap
magical
a window
items do you
anywhere.
have there?
How many magic items? A lot now. But like, listen.
A robe of useful items is definitely like my favorite. My favorite
It's
patch
big rogue
is a
energy.
window.
Oh, dude, my favorite is the door. Like I recall. Okay, doors and horses. Just quick story time. So we're in the Temple of Lolth in Undermountain, and I open a door, and like it's obvious like drow trap. I can see like the vague outline of the like the Lolth statue in the back, and just hear crossbows clicking. And what do? Threw in a horse.
Nice.
Just
I-
threw in a horse, and I think then I threw another door down over the door I had just opened. Something like that.
I had a. We were trying to get into this fortress, and so we just pulled the window patch and made a window in the side of the
Mhm.
fortress and climbed through the window. It's fine because you just slap it on anywhere. It's cool, guys. Yeah, robe of useful items can be game breaking.
I wouldn't say that. It's very limited, but it's like a one-time game break.
Yeah, it's a
I'd say
limited use
useful
game breaking.
pigments are kind of in the same degree.
Pigments can
That's
be.
just Acme paint.
It really is. It really is.
Interesting stuff.
What's the plate armor of etherealness?
It's bullshit. You like walk through walls and stuff.
Wait, what?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
It's bullshit,
it's
and I
crazy.
just gave it to you. You're welcome. Have fun.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It's in the compendium, so or I assume this game has the access to the compendium. Law spells, subclasses, items, oil, plate armor of etherealness.
Are you guys okay if...
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, so you go under the effect of the etherealness spell, lasts for 10 minutes, and etherealness, you step into the border region of the ethereal plane. You can remain there for the duration of the spell, move in any direction, can only affect and be affected by creatures on this plane. Same with effects.
Seeing as Devi is the only one who wears heavy armor here.
Yeah.
Can I still make it +1 with my ability?
What's the wording on it?
Yeah, if it... No, it's just a... that's actually on the other part. I'm not sure if I am. It has to go backwards. That's the trouble.
Oh, it does
One
say
non-magical.
non-magical, so no, I don't think so.
Holy shit, that spear of throwing seems badass.
Right. I mean, it's just a rethrowable spear.
It's pretty
That's
cool.
fun though. Yeah, it's
The thing
listen.
I'm excited about is the staff of healing. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, are you guys okay if I roll the patches for that robe?
I'm fine
I'm
with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Right on average.
You could just get a riding horse in a
Yep.
pocket. What the
Yep.
f-
The pocket horse. It was one of my favorite things to do in that Waterdeep campaign. Like I sent it up from Under Mountain. There was someone trying to talk to me, and I just whipped a horse out of my pocket and started running.
Yeah, but
Also, pocket dogs. Yeah.
robe of useless items is where it's really at.
That's better, isn't it? The robe of useless items is superior.
Oh man, that was even superior though. I rolled 2 Gileros in that one.
Two first level bards.
What's the robe of useless items? It doesn't come up in the.
It's like milk without a container. There's a bunch of other dumb shit.
I
That was
I
the
don't
one
think I
that
have
really...
it in this game, but I can import it. Yeah.
I got potion of insignificant cure. It heals 1 hit point.
Ah, yeah, that was another one.
What would you do?
But
with that?
only if you're already conscious.
Huh.
You can get an angry goose that attacks the caster.
Okay, it's a bunch of really low rolls for that robe. I got, let's see here, that is a rowboat. That's interesting. Okay. 10 gems worth 100 gold pieces.
With the portals, like, it sort of makes sense for Nubble, but I want to keep playing him, so I don't... Because this thing is like finding Cass. I suppose there's always the portals, like that under Candlekeep, is it? Under the shrine? That's not
I didn't really understand the question.
I'm just saying it, like, for the character, like, this would be a tempting offer, but, like, I want to keep playing him.
Yeah.
Elminster can help him find, like, the dragon he seeks, but, like...
So you're interested in, like, your character's interested in going after Elminster, but the fact that you want to keep playing him makes it a bad idea. I can fully understand that.
Could always roll a new one.
Oh no, this is Cubble Drake Finder.
Yeah, I rolled a crap ton of gems with those.
There's every chance that the Drake is in the living labyrinth. It's like the ultimate prison in the galaxy.
I'm back. What I missed?
Nubble is thinking about jumping through into hell.
is, because Elminster might be able to help him.
I also rolled about 5,000 gold with this robe of useful items. That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm really debating the full plate. Like,
Yeah, Debbie, do you think there's a different way to find Cass?
I'm sure there'll be other ways.
He's just sort of like looking like he wants to jump, but Cass is just sort of like club him over the head like he's, a misbehaving child. Like, don't do that, that's stupid.
There'll always be portals to hell in the future, Cass knows the universe well enough to know that if you really, really want to get to hell, then some devil will cut you a deal. Like, he will do it for you. Don't you worry. Yeah. A lot more ways into hell than ways out.
Okay, so with this robe of useful items, I rolled about 5,000 gold, one of those Acme windows, an Acme pit, and an iron door. So like one of each of those items.
That's some of the best things you can roll.
I rolled one of each of them, and a fuck ton of gold.
Shame you didn't get any dogs, because dogs are the best.
I know, no dogs and no horses, but I did get a rowboat, two of those wooden ladders.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's a great set of equipment.
If we did roll horse and dog, can we put them back in the pockets? And then
No, it
just
doesn't work like that.
Aw.
Be cooler if
no,
it did.
they're not they're not pockets, they're patches.
Yeah, you rip
Oh,
off
so you
the
like
patch.
peel a patch and shit comes out of it. Kind of thing.
Exactly. That's
Yep.
exactly
Yep.
it. Yeah.
It's like tiny little portals. That's cool.
They are pretty. It is pretty cool. Yeah.
Why'd you give us so much broken things, man?
He's just
Because
Good
he's gonna
question.
throw crazy shit at us here. Plus, we're trying to finance an army and stuff. This is it's bigger than us here, dude. We need treasure.
There are a handful of dungeons in this campaign that have like a lot of treasure, and there's a shit ton that don't. They got a few things in them, but all in all, it doesn't really add up. The Brightblade Tombs has quite a lot. Mithranor has the most. And anything that is to do with magicians, like the Elven Burial Grounds, the Elminster's Tower, raiding a wizard's lair is all going to have some pretty big rewards. You didn't get any cash from this unless you count the money that you got from the robe itself.
I just wonder, what's Elminster doing with full plate?
He uses it as an ornament, like has a suit of full plate standing over in the corner, and he puts it into different positions occasionally. And he occasionally makes it masturbate when he has guests, just because he finds that sort of shit amusing.
I like that.
Just like the English humor, like, oh, that's improper, ho 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 ho. Yeah, he kind of has that sense of humor. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pass on the plate armor.
All right.
How
just-
pissful Elminster, and I mean, I suppose we'll talk with the two sisters here about what exactly to do with this. Because listen, honestly, aside from this robe and that staff of healing, I think a lot of this is gonna get liquidated, unless they take issue with it. So I'll do some lowdown stuff, but I'm not gonna go fence Elminster's magical items behind his back, because that's how you get someone knocking in your door in 10 years after you've retired.
And I think we should leave before
You
portal
owe me
closes.
22,000 gold pieces with interest.
Plus interest. That's the real magic here, is compound interest.
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
Wand of Magic Missiles is always good to have, especially since it doesn't require attunement.
Oh, truth.
The spear, take it or leave it. Vicious Battle Axe, again, take it or leave it.
Dancing Scimitar.
Like if
Cass,
someone
can you use that? You use your bonus action already, don't you? Yeah,
Druids
that
can
cast
use
attack.
scimitars.
Druids can use it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah, there we are.
That's a way. Well,
Okay.
and it's just a bonus action floating around weapon.
Mm.
Like,
Wild shaped
Yeah.
or no, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
right. Yeah, it would work in roll shape. Yeah, yeah. You'd have to
Yeah.
use it before you wild shape, but once you are wild shaped, it could still be dancing. Yeah, that works.
yeah.
Takes up your bonus action to make an attack with it. So if you use bonus actions, not so good. But if you're never using them, then yeah.
Does it require attunement?
Let
Dancing
me check.
weapon, maybe.
Surely it would. But yeah, we'll check.
Because I don't think you want someone with like 3 dancing blades. Well, I mean, more. a bunch of them.
Dancing sword.
I mean, you can only
Yeah, it
attack
requires
once.
attunement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
I'll
fully attuned right now.
Right. I'll copy and paste the words. I'll put them both in Discord and in Roll20.
It's not really her speed, but Dahlia might be able to use that too.
I mean,
But
they
I don't
could
think.
save me
I
a
think she's
second level.
proficient.
You could save me a second level spell slot.
But do you have the
and use
attunement
that.
slot?
I'm only attuned to like one thing at this point.
Okay, yeah, I think that'll work then.
No, two. Sorry, but yeah, I do have the attunement slot.
Well, I mean, once we get you that cloak of displacement, I suppose then we have another.
I can't use 2 cloaks though.
Yeah, I was gonna
No.
say you're gonna have to lose. Well, I'm assuming you're gonna lose the +1 cloak then. So we have another one
Yeah.
floating around.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm. Who has the lowest armor rating?
Dahlia by a mile, and Nubble as well. But I
At about 60.
yeah. What's your attunement slots looking like, Nubble? Got 1 or 2?
Might be 1.
Okay. So yeah, if you wanted a cloak of protection, it'd probably be too big for you, but
It's just a little kobold, the cloak's dragging behind him, but he's still like blocking shit with it.
it's got some baby Yoda thing going on where he's just
Yeah.
like in a papoose with a little bow sticking out.
For some reason, I just had an image of him like Batman swinging the cloak around, just blocking attacks with it and shit.
Cloak of protection, baby. Oh.
I kind of think of it more like the cloak from what's it called? Doctor Strange.
Ah, yeah, that too. That'd be a sentient item, though.
That would
That'd
be
be
cool.
a dancing cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 1 attunement
Who's
slot.
grabbing? Go ahead. What?
I have 1 attunement item. That would be the oath bow.
Mm-hmm.
The mass cure wounds thing for the staff of healing would be really fucking good.
Oh fuck yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
Staff of Healing is such a good item. Like, oh my god.
The only person that can use it is Matt, though. Or Edwin, yeah.
Really? Sorcerers can't attune to it?
Bard, cleric, or druid.
Interesting. Huh. Maybe in 2 levels Flint. Or no, that's level 13 that I get that ability to use magic device. I digress. Yeah, let's hop through this portal before it disappears.
Yeah, done.
Okay.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked up staff of healing because I didn't know what it was, and I just saw that it was
Really
Bard,
good.
cleric, druid.
Bard, cleric, druid. Yeah.
What was the
no
other?
cleric?
No, wait.
Oh,
I mean, I am a cleric, but
not that kind of cleric.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That said, if you could drop all that healing on yourself, that'd be something else.
That is true.
Yeah, I suppose I could take the staff of healing, drop my cloak of protection.
Wait, you have a cloak of protection too?
Man, you got two staves then.
Oh, right, the rod. Yeah, that doesn't work.
What's the rod?
The rod of alertness.
Roz could probably use that if he's got slots open.
The only magic item I have is the bracers of unarmored defense.
Well, honestly, we could probably slap both one of these staves and that cloak of protection on you.
Maybe
No
give
one
him
else wants to-
maybe give him the wand of magic missiles. That way he has something that's not going to burn us to death.
Yeah. Well, I
Fair.
can now, but I can now meta magic all of my spells,
That's it. That is true. That's a good thing.
Mm.
and the wand hits for what 1d4+4, and my weakest attack is a 2d10.
It's
I'd say hang on to
it's
that for
first level.
Dahlia.
It's 3D. It's 3d4 plus 3
3d4+3.
because you're shooting 3 1d4 plus 1 missiles.
Plus, it can't
Alternatively-
miss, and if you're all fire, like it might be a good idea to have like a non-fire option.
No, I'm saying I have a
Oh,
meta
you got
magic
meta.
where I can change it
Okay.
to any other element that.
Yeah. It also
Mm,
save
magic.
you. It would save you. What's it called? Sorcery points, too. But you can also like. I had someone use it once, like a shotgun on something. They just like, I'm gonna burn all the charges at once. Blam.
I was talking yesterday or last week about 9th level magic missiles. Yeah, just burn out the whole thing, dude. Just boom.
Bo.
But I can't have the rod and the wand, right?
No, you
Are
can.
you-
The wand is non-attunement.
Oh,
You just pull it out and start swinging it around.
I mean, yeah, like a lot of people reflavor wands into like if you want like just an easy way to add in a gun, you just put spells in a wand and change the shape,
yeah.
So I was playing the low level,
Um,
level 3, I think, and the DM gave us a wand of magic missiles because he rolled it on the table, and I cast level 9 and end this encounter.
Yeah,
So,
freaking like things got a little ridiculous with Adventures if you DM'd a lot. You got after I think it's like 24 hours of DMing, you got a free magic item appropriate to your tier. So like uncommon for tier 1, so on and so forth. But it had to be something you gave away. So I'd given out a wand of magic missiles before. So like I made a level 1 character with like I think he had 7 or 8 wands of magic missiles. It's fine, guys.
hmm.
So you just kind of use it like a shotgun, like blam. All right, next encounter, blam. Reload.
Does anyone else want any of those 3 things?
Listen, I got that robe of useful items, and I've got everything that I want right now in it. Like real talk, I've got like 6 magic items.
All right.
Yeah, I have fucking 6
guess I'll
magic
take 'em.
items.
Did anyone take the book?
So hold on, was I
What do you-
taking something? I don't remember if I was.
Not
Yeah.
taking the plate.
Like the once a day use on the etherealness versus +1 full plate. I don't know.
Okay. So if we've got this stuff roughly sorted out for stuff that we definitely can use, yeah, let's go chat it up with the with Dove and Falcon.
Right. The plate is a +1. Yeah, just the same as the scimitar is. They are +1 items.
Oh, it's +1. Okay, it didn't say that in the description. It just said
Yeah.
AC of
no,
18.
Yeah.
That's the thing
yeah,
with like 5th edition. Like a lot of the magic armors still aren't +1.
Still don't give you the +1. Yeah, that is pretty common, and that's the way that one. Yeah, is rules is written meant to be. But this is a sort of +1, like ethereal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if it is +1 ethereal, then I'll take that. It is attunement, right? Right.
It is. Yeah.
Can I take this? Can I take this book?
Which book is that?
The Guide to Mythala.
That sounds awful important.
I mean, it could help me.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you no, but frankly, something like that, I think best kept locked up someplace. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if Elminster
Best left
comes
to
back, I'll give
wizards.
it back to him.
I'm sorry, what? You kind of cut out there.
If Elminster comes to get it, I'll give it back to him.
Drugs will keep it safe then, I suppose.
I guess he'll pick up that book.
All right.
Especially if
yeah.
is it in a language he can read.
It is. It is. It's in the common tongue, and it provides a sort of a translation between Elven and the two Netherese languages, but only a few key terms, like a lexicon, tells you how to, say certain words in both languages.
Basically, he's thinking it's a book about magic, an important one, so it might be able to help him find Cass.
Oh, it certainly is about important magics. There's no doubt about that. Specifically, it's about Mithranor, which is, of course, the closest of the cities that has these magical protections called Mythals.
I will grab that staff of healing.
Excellent, a potent item indeed. Fashioned in the form of the ancient sun god on Monitor. But it works for you just fine.
Roz, did you want this rod of alertness?
I'll take it, yeah, if no one else is. You're keeping that cloak now, right? Since you switched out the two.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
The rod of alertness kind of looks like a crook, like the Egyptians wear, like a staff thing with the hook on the top. So it's a length of metal with a semicircle on top, the way shepherds shear sheep or mummies carry these rods pretty frequently.
I can go ahead and give you my what's it called? My cloak of protection if it didn't go to noble, right?
Oh, either or whoever's got a slot for it. It's like definitely take it.
Yeah, because then I'm going to be getting the. Because if we have time now after Elminster's Tower, I can go get my cloak of what's it called? My other cloak.
Displacement.
Yeah.
The one that Cyric had. I read just one of the books, and that's the one thing I remember. Cyric's got a cloak of displacement.
Plot twist. That's who Debbie's a cleric for. No, I'm kidding.
Oh boy.
That's the wrong thing. How do I cast the magic missile at higher levels?
That is how you. Oh, you just keep clicking it because you don't roll to hit or anything with magic missile. It just does, but it does a default 3. But for
Okay.
each level that you upcast it, and the item might have a specific way of how you expend charges to like get additional missiles. But
also, yeah, you spend an additional charge for an additional missile. In addition, like the way Roll20 does magic missile, stupid.
yeah.
Like Scorching Ray has the same problem.
It's a bad code, I think. Yeah.
Arctic, why was Elminster a white rook on his own chessboard?
Yeah, why wasn't he put himself as the king? Where's the ego?
Yeah, what the
Maybe
hell?
guess he's not as important as everyone thinks he is.
Fair enough.
I mean, he's only like level 50 wizard. Like, he's not too important.
Yeah. He's like a fucking god amongst men that has
You
low
know
self-esteem.
why? It's because he is a support character and the rook is a support piece.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Gandalf if you could
Wow.
cast spells.
I'm just curious who the Black Queen was then, huh? Huh? She looked nasty.
Does Bane have a wife? I don't know if they work the same as like traditional
His
gods.
fist.
He hooks up with Leviatha sometimes, who is the goddess of BDSM.
Bane, if I remember correctly, was he used to be a like a human, or at least a mortal, right? Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, there were 3 adventurers, and the gods got sent to Earth during the time of troubles, which was only about 20. And maybe even about anyway, it's about that 20 years ago. And during that event, the Cyric stabbed to death Baal, but Baal had already taken the magic from someone else, something like that. So Bane and Baal and their friend Merkel were called the Dead. They called the Dead Three because they've all been killed. But I think that's why they called the Dead Three. It doesn't matter. They became gods just before the Time of Troubles. It was kind of their fault that the Time of Troubles happened. They, break the divine rules, and so the Overgod punished all the gods instead of just these brand new gods. And that was when Sirik became a god because he murdered Baal. Yeah, so it's all pretty convoluted. It's all pretty convoluted, but yeah, he wasn't mortal until just a couple of decades ago.
For the Rod of Alertness, says
good,
you can
right?
cast Detect Evil and Good, Detect Magic, Detect Poison and Disease, and See Invisibility.
Mhm.
Are there charges for that?
Yeah.
No, you can just cast them.
Cast one at a time, just doesn't take a
Take
spell
an action.
slot?
No, just an action.
Jeez. Oh my god.
It's a really good
Advantage
item, huh?
on wisdom checks and rolls so I can have advantage on initiative now.
It's advantage on initiative, and I think it's just perception.
Wisdom,
But
perception. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, it's still like I said though, like perception though, like just that alone, that's really pretty solid.
And remember, if
But
you have advantage on perception, you have +5 to your passive perception.
Yeah.
And it does an aura of 60 feet that you gain +1 bonus AC in saving throws. Can sense the location of invisible.
You gotta
hostile
plant it
creatures.
when you
Yeah,
do that.
yeah. Take an action and you give everyone +1 AC.
Yeah, and it stacks with cloaks of protection and anything else like that. Yeah.
Oh man, so if we're ever holding down an area fighting a fucking Balrog or something, Lord of the Rings style, I mean, Roz, you plant the staff and then just start throwing fireballs.
Yeah.
Ice balls, I suppose. Any other business with our recent massive influx of loot and gold?
I have a set of full plate to sell.
We can definitely outfit that into our army. We can cannibalize that.
That's fair.
So we don't want to sell this stuff because it's going to end up in unsavory hands.
How long has it been since we sent off our boys?
Oh, we're still going to need a long rest here, I think. But before we do that, I want to at least pass on the news that Elminster's fine, but he's also not fine.
Yeah, we waved him as he went to hell.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You better explain yourself.
Okay, so he opened a portal. He said he was going to hell, and before he jumped through it, I asked if I could take his stuff, and he said it was okay.
Why on earth would he go to hell? What business does he have in Avernus?
Something about the Blood War?
He's gonna. I think he said he was gonna go try to maybe not kill Bane, but disrupt his plans and allegiances. Something about an alliance with Tiamat, and asked if I wanted to come with, which I respectfully declined.
What has prompted this?
He said there's a term up here preparing to attack. He said Bane down there is preparing to attack too.
Something
As
about
above,
politics.
so below.
Oh, and his scribe might be kidnapped and being held there.
Where is Laura? Where?
Hell, somewhere in hell. I mean, it's a pretty big
Prison
place.
within a room. The whole plane is a prison.
Sounds
And
charming.
he's gone. And he said you could take his stuff.
You can have some too if you want.
You called it
Awfully
garbage. To be more
parsimonious.
specific.
I mean, it's Elminster. If you didn't want us to take it, we're dead men if we take his stuff, right?
Wait a minute! That's my armor! She points at the plate mail of etherealness.
Was yours.
It made a rude gesture at us when we got it.
Raz clarifies the situation.
I will offer it back to her, saying I didn't know. He just said it was for me, or he said we could take it.
We got it on a trip to Mithranor. We were so young back then. Elminster wasn't even there. How did he end up with it? You must have taken it off in his presence at some stage. At his house, not in his presence.
Oh, we can ask the tree. It can tell us what happened.
It was in his bedroom. So
How scandalous.
I understand I had spoken about hippogriffs here earlier, and I don't expect you to just give me hippogriffs, but if you know a guy, gosh, that'd be just
Yes.
swell.
Talk to the Pegasus Caravan Company. They have been looking into exotic animals recently. And I believe that their hippogriff breeding program and their leopard breeding programs are both come to fruition.
Oh, I think I could get a cat too. He said without animal handling.
So hold on, am I giving them back the armor?
No,
I
she's
think
she wants. They want to understand what's going on here. So you picked up all the stuff. Like, do you need all of this shit? Look at you. You guys are decked out to the point where you've got more magical armies than small nations.
I mean,
Do you really need all this stuff? They're asking you quite directly.
I mean, I got this book. I think it might be important. It might help me do the thing I'm known for.
honestly,
So
no.
Dove makes you swear to keep that book secret. You are under no circumstances to let it fall into enemy hands. In fact, it is better that it be destroyed than those secrets be captured by, well, anyone really.
I feel like
got you,
she should
Sam.
have it then, honestly,
But it might help me find
because we're gonna be. Well, we're also gonna be going behind enemy lines here. If you want to read it, but leave it with her.
Neither of them have any use for it, and they'd rather see it get used. But so yeah, the Dove continues the
I
conversation
suppose. Yeah, he'll
with Neville.
make like an oath in Elvish that it'd be destroyed before handed to the enemy.
Very good. She warns you in particular about a faction of wizards who are said to be operating in Anarok. We don't know much about them, but it seems that there is a cabal of archmages that have been taking an interest in Anarok recently. We don't know much about them, but it's worth noting that the Bedine have a secret society of mage hunters, and the archmages have destroyed their whole their whole
Oh,
institution.
oh fuck.
The Dahlia will probably want to know about that when she learns it. That they call them the cult of the shattered spire. The cult itself has been shattered. The mage hunters are gone.
Damn.
So I mean, I suppose the side with power word, kill, and fireball has an advantage over a person with a sword.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and good tactics of closing in on the enemy. Yeah.
Flying mounts too, but
No more occult slayers. That was a
Um,
fun subclass, man.
so the magic items we don't need, unless you guys object, I'm gonna hand them back over to these two, just essentially for the defense of Shadowdale, I guess, because fuck, they'll probably need it.
What items are they specifically?
I think everything except for we're taking the magic missile wand, the I think the rope would honestly probably better do more good in my hands than theirs, honestly.
I think we're taking pretty much everything. I'll copy and paste it again, but pretty sure that basically everything's been claimed.
Okay, well the spear and the axe we don't need.
The scimitar?
Does anyone have the slot for it? 'Cause-
I don't anymore.
I'm not a
Okay.
sword
I use
fighter.
bonus actions every turn.
yeah, and
The
I
druid?
got.
Yeah, I could take it, I suppose. Get
Do you
rid of
got the
my.
slot for it?
I could drop a cloak of protection.
I guess I can take the cloak of protection, like we were saying.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Then I guess we can use it.
So that means the spear and the axe.
I guess, and depending on the outcome of the armor, with what Devi wants.
So with the spell book, they said they didn't want us to not have it, but to make sure no one else gets it.
That's exactly right. Like the thing with having this spell book is that it can make you function in a mythal, like specifically Myth Draenor. And the advantage of that is that the mythal is fucked. It creates all sorts of strange magical effects, many of which are beneficial, but none of which are ignorable unless you have the power that this book contains. And so, if you guys, since you guys are the, if anyone's if there's going to be anyone on our side that raids Mithranor, it's got to be you guys. Like, it can't really be anyone else who doesn't already know these secrets, like Elminster. On the other hand, if, let's say, a group of evil archmages that are dwelling in our desert happen to learn these secrets, then they could turn it against us and possibly take over Mithranor for themselves.
Is this spellbook unable to be damaged by fire?
No, it is vulnerable to fire and water. Yeah, it's a durable book, but but like a direct hit from a fireball, as opposed to being inside your robes during a fireball, will destroy it.
Dope. So if like people are about to grab it, maybe.
I have a safe place for it. I have a
Bag of holding?
bag of holding filled with gunpowder.
Fuck yeah, that is remarkably safe and safe, right? Like,
If someone just holds up the bag and says empty. God, between
let's
that
hope they're not carrying a torch.
God, I feel like Bugs Bunny between this between that pocket of gunpowder, that pocket barrel of gunpowder, and all the shit that I got out of this robe of useful items.
That is an excellent description, actually. Yeah, Bugs Bunny uses gunpowder of holding all the time.
Wait, so we put the book in there, we still get the benefits of it, but if we open the thing, it'll destroy the book?
Okay, if we're in a Mythalar, we open the book. Well, not me, but one of us opens the book to read it essentially. And I don't think we'll need it.
I think there are spells within
Unless
the
we're-
book that certain casters can cast.
Exactly, yeah.
Like,
We'll cast it if need be, but Myth Draenor is the only known place like that we have right now that this would really be.
yeah, I pretty
useful.
much took it for like the reason that it could have lore stuff in it that could help me in the future. So it sounded helpful.
It will give you advantage on checks related to Mithranor. The way things were before the fall.
So pretty much, I'm laying the seeds of future story if we ever end up there.
Or alternatively, we could turn around and sell it to the highest bidder for nice, like, man.
We could also bequeath it to future characters.
That would be the more good aligned way to do this. Not that we're hurting for cash, but I'm just saying this thing's. I don't want to say priceless, but the right person would pay a fortune for this.
Yeah, I feel like if we sell it, we're going to end up going against it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but I'm just saying that fortune. People will murder us for this.
All right, so Edwin no longer has the cloak of protection, but he replaced it with the dancing sword, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sweet.
So that'll take. Do my glove bracers take an attunement slot?
Yes.
Everyone gets 3.
3. Yep.
Yes.
Except our artificers.
All right. So that's my.
There's a boon you can get, but yeah.
Mythalars affect that. I think the book would reveal some of that. That if you're properly attuned to it, you like can ignore attunement slots, some crap like that, right?
Potentially, yeah. Like a Mythalar would be capable of something like that. Yeah, giving you an extra attunement slot or even 2. It might allow for people to do that. Be an appropriate thing too. since a city of magical item craftsmen is going to want to have the ability to break the rules. So that is something that Mythil could do. But then if you cast a spell that ignored Mythils, you wouldn't be able to get that. But that's another story.
Okay, so I guess, we'll probably want to talk to, what's his name? Was it Morngrim, the guy in charge of Shadowdale?
He sure is. So Lord Morngrim is only to see you. Thank you for everything that you've done here, everybody. I understand that you were unable to rescue Elminster, but he has gone off on his own little merry way.
Well, as it turns out, he didn't really need rescuing.
Is that right?
He opened up a portal, told us to go on his merry way or join him in hell.
He invited you into hell. And what answer did you have for that?
No, thank you, sir. I'll stay here.
Well, we're all standing right here, so.
My dragon
Well,
didn't want me to go.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, you'll look at Cass nods.
And why did your dragon so desperately want to send you into the gates of the deepest and
Oh
darkest?
no, I wanted to go, but he told me not to.
Oh, I see. It was the dragon's idea to stay here in the relative sanctuary of the dance.
He said I can't help him if I go off and die in hell.
Well, I feel the same way that your little dragon does. If all of you get yourselves killed or travel away to some faraway plane that he ain't coming back from, well, it'll be leaving us without a hell of a lot of a shield. Happened to us just last year. It did. A couple of adventurers came through here, were expecting to make a difference. Got on real well with the local people, but then they just up and left someplace down near Cormier. The word I heard it was they got teleported away to some other world. But I'm just glad that you stayed here and you're going to keep turning your attention to the problems that are a bit more localized.
Well, I suppose about that, word gets out about this. Flint's gonna kind of just look around and says, how many men you got here?
Men and women just as good as each other, sir. But we could probably muster a few over 100 of capable citizens.
How many stand-in fighters you got? Is it just you three?
Well, there's a couple more that are willing to come out of the woodwork in a special event. We got a couple of things that people might call monsters. That them griffins ain't gonna let the Zentarum get too closely. But all in all, ain't got much in the way that's gonna make us fall against no sort of serious offense. All depends if they come down the main road like I'm expecting to, or they got some way of traversing through the forest. Now, forest protected itself. Got to keep it fairly safe. Children play out there, can't have a whole lot of traps. But we got our ears in the forest, and if anything were to approach through there, then we can be fairly confident that we're going to know about it before it hits. Truth is, though, the hammer does fall, then it's going to fall hard. Shadowdale got conquered a bunch of centuries ago by dark elves came up from through Twisted Tower, so we ain't thinking that we are invulnerable. After all, Dagger Falls fell too, what within my living memory, what's not to. So, way out here at War Machine up in Zento Keep is stronger than ever, even the city's falling apart. They could roll down here and roll over us pretty much any time, but we gonna give them a hell of a fight. Won't make it worth their while. They might be able to take the place, but can't see how they're gonna hold it. That's a real problem for them, I think. That's why they ain't attacking. Maybe they come down, just raise us all the way down to the ground, salt the earth. Might be a little bit more of effective strategy. Whatever's going on, can't yet tell the future. But I got the gut feeling they ain't yet ready to strike.
That's comforting, at least.
bit of rebellion, see, up in Hillsfire and Flan and some of the other places. Same old story. They managed to assassinate or conquer whatever town they're looking for. But as soon as they march their armies away, just leave garrison in charge, and fires start burning. Fire's burning all over the Moonsea. The hills fire burning the hottest, the way I hear it. They can't afford to send down an occupying force down here. The best they can do is burn us to the ground.
Well, I kind of look over at Devi and just kind of like think of this as a chessboard and kind of think, well, where's where's their like central command then at this point? It's not it's not Zento Keep, right?
That's a difficult question to answer. But
It's regional command then, huh?
yeah. Okay. So I'll give you a bit of a rundown on the geography. Here we are at Shadowdale. We know that it's a small town with a lot of magic. Dagger Falls is a walled town that lies on a crucial trade route. Teshwave is where the Goblin Fort is. So it is an occupied dale. They have more soldiers there than they have citizens. But it used to be a dale. It just was too close to the Moonsea, and politics made it fall apart. Vunla is the dark reflection of Shadowdale. It's a rural place where they go logging and furs and sheep, and just like Shadowdale. But it is an occupied town. It's very much under the cultural influence on the Moonsea, and so it rejects things like the Dales Council. Ulash can be considered to be a regional brain. They have the War Academy there, which is where kind of like a West Point. It's where the officers get trained, the lieutenants. They have a temple there. It's kind of become the de facto main temple of Bane for the region since Zental Keep blew itself up, and they've got the Wizards University there as well, the Wizards College. So the Wizards of the Purple Robes are based here in Ulash, making it an extremely high value target, but also one that is pound for pound defended pretty much better than anywhere else. Yeah, here's Hillsfire. That's the racist city with a massive coliseum that sounds like it's already either an open revolt or threatening to be that way. North of off the map up here is a range of mountains that include a set of citadels, the Citadel of the Sky, the Citadel of the Raven. The Citadel of the Raven extends for like 7 miles. It's enormous. It's a 7-mile long dungeon interconnected by a various number of towers that poke up through the mountain top. This is fresh information, I think, and it's something that Storm is telling you now. So this 7-mile, 17-mile long chain of dungeons, all interlinked by underground passages, underdark passages, protrude through the various sectors of this mountain range. That's said to be the Zentarim's true network center now. But tracking them down in such a large area could mean searching out every one of the citadels and the underdark passages, linking them one by one.
It's I think of the Taliban in Afghanistan when you bring that up.
The Dragon Spine Mountains. Yeah. If the Taliban were camping in Crusaders' castles, like Alamut and stuff like that.
Okay. Other question then. Crossing, like the crossings in Teshwave over the River Tesh, how, like, what's the logistics of moving, like, an army across there? Because that's what I think is that's what, like, I think is the move here. Is it, like, the move against the Goblin Fort is if we can get, essentially, if we can bait the armies across and then blow up the bridges with gunpowder.
You'd have to investigate that for yourself, but theoretically they'd be able to do it. They're the Zentarim.
Oh, I'm just asking what kind of bridge. Oh, we don't know what kind of bridges they got.
We don't have information on that, so we'd have to check it out ourselves. Like you could ask some people, and they maybe remember, but it's not what you'd call intelligence.
All right, yeah, I suppose we'll have to go there and check, but okay. What do you guys
But-
what do you guys think here? What's the move here?
I don't even fucking know.
It's about end of session time, so we can potentially figure this out next week here. But I think we go get eyes on the ground in Teshwave and Vunlar and kind of scout out this river here.
Yeah, I think I agree with that, especially because we want to gain ground without having anyone be at our backs.
Mhm.
And I know from what Arctic said, he's been working hard on the hills for part of the campaign.
Yeah,
we might
just only this week though, whereas I worked on Tesh Waves months ago. So like there is heaps and heaps of places to go, and we've got Tethiamar
Mhm.
Castle, and like yeah. Despite my comment, don't let that influence you. It's just the latest thing I worked on.
Oh,
I mean, we
I'm
could have just gone to
not-
hell. Like, come on.
we were planning on it
Absolutely.
anyways. We were planning on
Exactly,
going.
exactly.
exciting.
Yeah. So does that mean that you might like go straight to Vunlar now, perhaps incognito, or not? Just
Yeah, that's
rock
what I'm
up in your
thinking.
armor.
Is
Um,
we go incognito as like some merchants, and I also think we could do something along the lines of just not even bother with going as merchants, just kind of just incognito and just go scope the place out Pathfinder style. Don't really bother going into the town unless we're like infiltrating the town. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
send the army back to the castle.
Yeah, they've already gone. Right now we're awaiting communication.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's right. We are. So let's do that. All right. Well, things are going well in the castle. There is some serious, not subordination. There is some serious too many cooks, too many chefs, whatever, too many chiefs syndrome, where you've got a bunch of NPCs without a clear designation chain of command, and anyone who is important enough to have, be considered important is butting heads with everyone else who feels the same way. So there's but apart from that, they've had no real dangers, and they're keeping things pretty much under control. A few skirmishes with werewolves, lost a few people to a wyvern perhaps, but it's they're consolidating all the same.
So I think what we need to do is pass back orders with this messenger. But I definitely feel that. Remember the bird guy that?
No,
Mm.
he was a mercenary, like the OG guy who is like essentially hire me. Albion, the half elf veteran, is gonna be my guess. But if we could convince either, well, probably Dove.
Mhm.
I mean, how does she feel about essentially being acting general?
They don't want to be your Castellans, no.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think she'd want to protect Shadowdale.
I'm not sure what
Yeah.
the level of the character is, but I'm willing to bet higher than me.
Yeah, that guy who was the leader of the scavenging troop people. Those guys.
If you don't ask, the answer is no. But I think Albiorn, or I guess Shillelagh maybe.
Are you talking about the leader of the militia people?
Yeah, we could either put the like effective original captain of the local Dale's army, or we could try to say Randall Morin's daughter and see if she was interested in that.
I think that's something we'd have to ask her personally.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, do we want to pursue that? Because that might be interesting, as well as I guess tie a little more level of legitimacy to it. But it's also like, then is it our army or is it Morin's army?
I think that would make it more. We want to be, because the thing is, we want to be a power in the Dales, and I think if we keep like mooching, I guess you could say, off of Randall Morn, Morn is going to have better claim to Castle Daggerdale than we will.
Maybe, but going to be an undeniable leader, essentially. I don't think anyone's going to say no to it. The name Morn goes a long way.
If y'all want to, as a group, say put his daughter up, but I'm just like one that I feel like that's favoring one Dale.
I
Basically,
mean,
we're making one of the largest fighting forces in the region, and we're basically saying that it's Random Warns.
mm,
You know
bit
what I
of a
mean?
flex.
But
I
yeah,
know Shillelagh would be down for that. I think when you phrase it like that, that sounds like something she'd be interested in.
but when it's time to move on from kissing up to the leader of Dagger Falls or Daggerdale, it's going to be harder to like make that transition too. But if y'all want to, I'm fine with doing that.
I like honestly, I like the propaganda story more than anything. But you raise a very good point, so that might be worth sleeping on that one.
I also think because the large portion of our men are under that the leader of the militia that we ran into on the hill. Do you remember?
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear the start of the question.
The guy that we found on the hill beside the castle that had all these like tribal warriors or whatever with him.
Alabama.
Yeah.
He already has near half of our forces under his command. So I think
mean,
it would be a lot easier for him to be like steward of the castle or whatever, or like the person who is in charge of the troops there
well, it's
in our
grown
absence.
a lot since then. Like our army's almost twice the size of that now, so it's a fine choice. But
Or we can do, instead of giving one person a lot of power, who leads the Iron Vultures?
I can't remember. It's
I know his nickname was Carry-On. I think it was Carry-On Carrick. Let me check again.
I think we should split power between, or not like split power, but like have it so no one person is making all the calls.
Well,
Same thing that we're doing.
Have a military and a civilian voice in it.
Yeah.
I think that's you have a castellan and a steward. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. Council leaderships are always better.
Yeah, you're right. But I do think we do give one person definitive military.
Yeah.
So someone wears the big pants, and I do think that's I think it's a little risky putting the vulture there, but at the same time, giving him some trust and whatnot could potentially go a long way. There might be a bit of a like scandal over this though, if we do put the Iron Vulture there.
Where we're going to make the Iron Vulture in charge of the military aspect, and all other things are going to fall to the other guy. They're going
ultimately the military one will be more powerful, though. I think is the point. Like, you know, because swords swords do trump words when they clash.
Yeah.
Why I wasn't here for the week that the Iron Vultures started working under us, but why are they? What made them follow us?
Money and settlement for their lands, and I guess essentially a pardon.
Okay, so here's the thing: we have this group of fucking kidnappers, turncoats, rapists, all that good shit. Everyone in the area sees them as this. They've proven that they aren't like that. However, if we do, we have to start making the steps to lineating out authority, because eventually our joint forces with the surrounding areas, with us being the war council, will have to like assign responsibilities elsewhere. We have to, this is one, a good practice thing, see how it would work. We have two leaders of their respective groups that we're trying to split leadership with. And like, hey, in our absence, this is your job to prove your worth, earn your keep. And I think the main thing that the Iron Vultures are trying to do now is like increase their reputation. What better way than to prove that one man can play Castellan or whatever it's called?
That's
that
a
was like
convincing
this.
argument.
Because no one's going to respect them until they earn it. This is his perfect chance to earn that.
If you want to split up, you could have like do what pirate ships did and have like a captain and a quartermaster.
Yeah.
But like the quartermaster
essentially
does
what we're
pretty
doing,
much
yeah.
everything, but like
And
the
what we're-
battlemaster does like the captain just did battle stuff.
Yeah. And what we're trying to prevent is like someone saying, oh, we can't trust this group because this guy leads them. No, a collection of people are leading these guys in the absence of the actual leaders. And also, you can't disrespect the entire group based on the leader when there's no assigned leader. It's a group of people that are splitting up the responsibilities, you know? So, like, you
I
can't
think
say,
you make a good point.
oh, that castle is ruled by the Iron Vultures. No, there is the Iron Vultures do have a portion of it, but they are nowhere near the entire strength of Castle Daggerdale.
Listen, we've got a trained Cormyrean knight. It's about the propaganda twist. Like, listen, what I learned from 2016 to 2020 is like a little propaganda twist. You know, gets the rural folks worked up. They love that shit.
Yeah, I definitely feel that we can't leave one person in charge, though.
I think essentially it would work like this. Somebody is essentially in charge of the army and another person in charge of the castle, like our lands.
Yeah.
I think that's roughly how we
like,
would
that would
work
be like
that.
quartermaster, like captain.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I feel like El Capitan can run the forces. Hell, if we want, we can have the
Razul.
daughter of Randall Moore. Razul? Yeah, Razul. Yeah, look at that.
Right.
But that would actually work because technically
think
Razul's
there
still a
might-
playable piece.
I think there might be a conflict of interest if we pull Shillelagh in for anything other than the big shoes role. So if we're not gonna put her as Castellan, I don't think we pull her at all. But
Arctic, are we going to allow a once PC to rule the castle in our absence?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because we don't know when he's coming back.
And this would be Dahlia's father? Is that the character? Oh my god, am I remembering the wrong guy? I think I've disconnected. Well, with that, I think this will be the end of the session. My Wi-Fi just cut out and I don't think it'll come back. So, goodbye on behalf of the Arctic Circle, goodbye internet.